Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That's right, not Infinite Warfare, but Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And it is the Talkshow Tournament Tuesday. My name is Campbell. Joining alongside me is the duo over here at Esports Hub. His name is Paradox. Paradox, how have you been?
Oh man, I'm so happy. We get to go back to Black Ops 3. This is the
Yes.
second week in a row we have had a Treyarch title here in the Talk Show Tournament Tuesday, sponsored by, of course, the Esports Hub Talk Show. And I love starting to do these, right? This is the third one we've had, and now we get to look at the specialist draft. Once again, and for all the people that hated the Ban and Protect, that hated the specialist draft, since we don't have to do it over and over again, it's a sort of welcome return to this game.
Oh, I'm so excited that we're kicking off Black Ops 3 and seeing Fringe Hardpoint again and all the different types of strategies and plays that we're going to see in this one. But take a look at these two teams. Connor Cryptic over on the left. That's Zima Percy. Cryptic and Swift doesn't miss. And then over on the other side, Crap at Black Ops 3. Interesting team name. I do like it though. Is Temps, Billy Busted, Jay Rezi, and also Shaquille. Players in this that we definitely recognize, players we've definitely seen before participating here in the Esports Hub tournaments. But this is the one that you guys voted for. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that you guys voted for, every single Thursday we host a talk show here on the Esports Hub, hosted by myself, and I'm joined alongside the wonderful Paradox and also the wonderful Tony from Bulldog as well. And we talk everything about Call of Duty, anything going on in the scene, whether it's the Global Pro League, whether it's roster mania changes within the amateur scene, or even when it's talking about the tournaments that we host. Every Thursday we are live at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and you guys can get involved and also have your opinion and say on which tournament you want next. This one was voted last Thursday, but coming up on Thursday we will have another chance for you guys to vote whichever title, whichever variant, and whichever you want for it as well. But we're kicking this one off to start with the 4v4 Black Ops 3 variant, and it's Fringe Hardpoint, and nothing really standing out for me too much of a surprise yet in the rig draft. Oh my god, rig draft? No, it's not a rig draft,
See,
it's a specialist
now
draft.
you're finally saying rig. When we come over to Black Ops 3, you
draft.
say rig. When we go over to IW, you
Oh,
say
this
specialist.
is going to be fun.
Will
This is
Jack
gonna be
ever
fun.
get it right?
It's going to be fun though, but yeah, with nothing surprising me really. Kinetic Armor, Heat Wave, Active Camo, and the Tempest for both these two teams. I'm going
Capture the objectives. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint locked down.
Dart on standby.
Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint is ours.
All right. Okay. There we go. All right.
We're back in business now.
Basically, people, it's a new scene. I forgot to add our mics. All right. That's 100% my fault. You dismissed all of the reminiscing and everything we did
back, baby.
about
We're
Black Ops
back.
3. We're back, baby. It's time. We're finally in the game. You can hear our voices. We're not just talking to ourselves. Team Crap at Black Ops 3 have the lead so far, 116 to 66, as we head into the Junkyard Hill.
Hardpoint.
Oh, while all this has been going on, Crap and Black Ops 3 have managed to rack up a serious lead. Zima's going to try to push through. He does take down Shaquille. There will be one more player towards the back end. Zima slides through, finds the two-piece, has the heat witch use as well. He's going to come through, and that's 3. As he's going to find all those 3 players, spawn them out towards that white truck. He's still going, though. He's on a mission. He finds the 4th. Going to make it the 5th. No, he gets taken down. Shaquille will find him, and they've broken inside the hill. Crap and Black Ops 3 are going to look to just rack up a little bit more time in this one. Jay Rezi is inside the hill alongside his teammate Billy Busted, and they're going to look to try and hold this one down a little bit more before we do rotate over to that hill, which I would definitely say is a money hill. Jay Rezi inside as well. He's going to slide through, but Swift doesn't miss. Kind of living up to his name a little bit there. Will end up getting taken down, but pay attention to the rotations though, and they're coming in from Crap at Black Ops 3. Thames already set up with the AR towards the back right hand side as he does find Cryptic, and it looks like Crap at Black Ops 3 are going to try to rack up even more hill time here.
Like Tim's just secured that active camo. Meanwhile, inside, Jay Rezi on a 4 streak. Now gonna bring the actually gonna bring in the lightning strike first. Does have a service in the back pocket as well, but the first one needs to break the window. Here we go. The friendly robot that we all love and enjoy, for some teams hate. Looks like the kinetic armor push through the front door does not work for Team Counter Cryptic. They're going to be forced to come all the way through the back of the map once again, and with Cryptic shooting with the AR close range, it's really hard to win those inmate engagements like that, but they're going to try to take control. Swift opening things up, makes it 1, makes it 2. Can he find the 3rd inside? So close, but so far. Team Crap and Black Ops 3 keeps control.
Yeah,
No
and that
way.
surface, like you said, is going to cause so many problems if it wasn't hard enough already. Shaquille lying down towards the front as he finds yet another kill with inside this hill. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Perfect predictions of the guy in the flank as well, and that's Swift that drops, but Zima is trying everything he possibly can to break through, and this is a little bit of a streak he's building himself here. He did this earlier on as well. Will he be able to match it up once again? He's going on with the VMP, but no. Thames, numerous amounts of times throughout this, has managed to call in, and oh my, we are seeing Raps.
Yeah.
Is that Raps?
Yep, it's Raps, baby. The rolling balls of death have returned for Team Crap and Black Ops 3. They're sitting pretty inside of the hill. Let's take a look at Jay Rezi. Spots one over towards the middle of the map. The Raps clean that one up. EMP not going to harm him just yet. Spots 2 players around. Won't be able to clean either of them up. 4 Team Counter Cryptic. Oh my god, what can you do? Jay Rezi's Raps are just, oh my god, there's like 10 of them inside of the hardpoint. You can't get inside of this. Look at this. What do you do? They need less than 30 seconds at this point to come away with game one. As soon as they move inside the hill, the Raps hunt them down and take them out.
2 minutes and 19 seconds with inside the hill as well for Jay Rezi. His Raps are still doing the work as well as Cerberus still roaming around. But like you said, there's only a few points left until Crapper Black Ops 3 are going to close out this first game. Can they get the 100-point club? Thames with the M8 still bursting away, but not going to find the kills inside the hill. It's Connor Cryptic, though, will break in. And for the first time, really, in a long time, they've had a little bit of control of a hard point. Surprisingly, it is the middle one we expect to be contested. But Thames still moving up, though. He will get traded out. Rezi's got the heat wave. He might try to get inside this hill and pop that heat wave for a few of the easy kills. He's just trying to play as close quarter as he possibly can, as all those players on Connor Cryptic are going to spawn out once inside. And no, Rezi finds Swift. I thought maybe, just maybe, the heat wave might come through. He's eventually going to pop it as he does find the 3-piece. Rezi's on a streak and a half, 223. Going to find the 4th as well. Percy takes him down, and they are just looking to close this one out here. Shaquille inside the hill still. Cryptic just trying everything. Stop them from taking it on this last hill here. With 5 seconds remaining, they can win from this hill if they look to hold every single second from now on. It needs to be broken. It's not going to happen, though. It will. 1 second of contest comes in, but they're rotated. Oh, it's still right. Cryptic inside the hill.
Philly ends up going down. Now the hill's in control of Connor Cryptic. And as we said before, on this hill, you can pick up so much time. The team's namesake, Cryptic, needs to go huge here. Spots one. There's another right around the corner. Can he clean it up? There's both going down with the AR. Team Crab and Black Ops 3 spawning over by the silo. Let's take a look at how they're going to try and push into the hill.
I expect a 4-man stack to definitely come here as Connor Cryptic are looking to just hold on for as long as they can, but Shaquille's found the intro kill. He slides through. Cryptic still staying alive, but Thames is going to be inside, and no. Thames will break through and find the 2Bs with the M8 and close out game number one, 250 to 131. For a second, I thought Connor Cryptic were just going to try and do everything they could to even bring this game closer. It did look originally like it was going to be a 100-point club, came down towards that middle hill, and oh my, it was scrappy between both of those two teams. Finally, though, they managed to break through as a unit. Billy busted 36 and 29, but Jay Rezi with 2 minutes and 28 seconds inside the hill found himself the Raps deployment ship. We also saw a Cerberus down on the floor as well at one point for the team of Crapper Black Ops 3, but they take the first hard point in this one, and I would say in pretty dominating fashion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have Raps coming down on the map. You know, it just reminds me of when we saw, of course, some of the casters over here in North America playing, and I know it was like Revan was getting Raps on like Stronghold or something, and they were still losing, and he was upset. But oh my, what a map to just bring us back over to Black Ops 3. Remember, these are best of 3 matches today. Our second map in this part of the tournament will be an Infection Uplink. That one going to be hosted by Team Crap at Black Ops 3. And if we have to go all the way to Game 3, it's going to be a Breach, Search, and Destroy to close things off.
Wow, Breach, Search, and Destroy, one of my favorite S&D maps in the entirety of Call of Duty, and I just love the way that map works. You either hit it quick on the war runs, you try to play for aggressive over near construction, or you play it defense and play it quite slow towards that top greenhouse. I mean, how many times, Paradox, have we seen on Breach, Search, and Destroy a player just sit top greenhouse and just dominate that entire bomb site single-handedly by himself? But before we get there, we're going over to Uplink on Infection. Now, if I remember back, if I cast my mind back a little bit, Paradox, to how this map used to be played, it was a lot of, you either saw a team come out with 3 submachine guns and 1 AR player, and the AR player was mainly there to try and hold down that mid lane and pick up the kills on the other AR player who was playing on the opposite team, or you kind of went with 1 sub and 3 ARs, and you kind of played for mid-map control, and the sub player was just basically there to overextend and kind of cause problems for the enemy in their base. I think with how aggressive these two teams are, I probably expect us to maybe see the 1 AR 3 subs, but you can never know between these two teams. In terms of predictions, I guess you've kind of got to take a look at Crapper Black Ops 3 and say, wow, you know, they came out in the first one and had such a dominating performance. I mean, to drop Raps on your opponent, got to be a mental game thing there, you know, allowing him to drop the Raps. And the thing that blew my mind the most as well, Paradox, is when he dropped these Raps, he was like 16 and 16. Like, he wasn't even massively
positive. He wasn't, like,
positive.
standing out, slaying, going on these massive streaks. He was really just focused on the objective, was able to juggle it left and right, and it helped them so much that he was able to work his way up to all those streaks, and that's where they really started to just run away with the game.
Yeah, and I thought, you know, the work from Jerezi inside the hill as well. Now, that's something like, yes, I was paying attention just then to the scoreboard and his kill-death ratio and how okay, he wasn't massively outslaying, but 2 minutes and 38 seconds inside the hill, you're not going to get those kills because the players around you were picking up so many kills that by the time that they got anywhere near the hill to actually be in J-Rezi's line of sight, they were already dead. So great first map coming out there from Crapper Black Ops 3. And because our mics were muted on earlier, I am going to just go over everything that I said at the start, and I will go reiterate it. So Paradox, you've heard this one before, but let's just say it for the chat. This is a Twitter talk show tournament Tuesday. Wow. Wow, that's so many T's.
Oh, come on.
Talk Show Tournament Tuesday. The reason we call it Talk Show Tournament Tuesday is because every single Thursday at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, you guys can tune in to a talk show hosted by ourselves here at the Esport Hub. I am the host, joined alongside the wonderful Paradox and also the wonderful Tony from Bulldog. And we talk everything about in the Call of Duty scene. We can talk about the Global Pro League and the standings and everything that's going on over there. And we also talk about the amateur scene and the roster changes that are going down between those teams that are, trying to get to that spot in that Global Pro League. And then the reason we call it the Talk Show Tournament Tuesday is because every Thursday when we're live, you guys get the chance to vote for what tournament you want to play the following Tuesday. This one won. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 variant was the one that won. However, you have to make sure that you get your vote in if you want it to be something different. You can choose from any four of the Call of Duty titles: Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare Remastered, or Infinite Warfare. And also, once you've done that, you can then also vote for what type of variant you want it to be, whether you want it to be, search and destroy only, or you want it to be a variant type of game mode. You have the choice also as well of 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. You completely have all the choice and all the power. It's completely in your hands. And we want to make sure that everybody gets involved and votes. Because if you want to participate in these tournaments, Paradox, you want to be playing in a game that you want to play in.
Yeah.
If you want it to be your game, you're better at a Call of Duty than the others. Like you're really good at MWR, then vote for MWR and get the chance to play in that one. And we'll see you on Thursday. Make sure you get your vote in when we are live. Anyway, though, carrying on this series, I'm gonna go to you, Paradox, about what we saw in map 1 going into map 2 with this uplink. For me, I kind of don't want to feel like I'm one-sided to the Crapper Black Ops 3 team, but when you have such a dominating performance like that, I just think they will run through this uplink as well.
It's sort of the thing we run into as casters, right? Or casters, analysts, figures, whatever, whatever title you want to throw into it. At the end of the day, sometimes when you have a map that goes like that, it's kind of hard for us to really just say, okay, you know what? Still have faith in the other team. This happens with traditional sports as well. It's when you have a team that just comes out and, of course, we know the players for Connor Cryptic, right? These guys aren't bad at all. Maybe they haven't played this game in a while. Maybe they weren't warmed up, ready to go. I don't know what the deal is, but in this uplink, I feel like they might have to slow things down, play at a pace that's more comfortable for them, because they're going fast and frantic. Just seemed like it didn't work for them.
Yeah, I also think as well, like, it does come down to a lot of the slaying power, I think, as well. Like, Shaquille is a player that throughout Call of Duty Black Ops 3, we had the chance to cast in, and I honestly feel like he dominated. He had a fantastic performance throughout the entirety of the Esports or Black Ops 3 League. And I also think as well, like, he's just maintaining that. He's just being that top player that we expect. This lineup, though, in general, is stacked, Rezi, Percy, players that we recognise. I mean, Rezi, we just spoke about how he drops raps. Billy Busted, a player that I didn't really know of before going into this one, but I know that he messaged me on Twitter and he was like, "Don't spectate me, I'm going to get spun on." Well, he came out and he had a fantastic game, so there's nothing to worry about from you there, Billy Busted. But yeah, I don't know. I think in this infection uplink, it kind of comes down to what I was saying earlier on the case that, is it going to be that 3 sub 1 AR, or is it going to be 3 AR 1 sub? Like, how are these two teams going to adapt to each other's play styles? And I think that's one of the most important things in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 specifically that I've seen is you have to adapt. If the other team has pulled out 3 ARs and you're still trying to run Kudas and VMPs, it's going to be a difficult game, especially with the power that the M8 and the Man of War possess in this game. I think you have to be a team that's been able to adapt. You can change it up if something's looking like it's not working. And I think those are the best teams I think that we'll see in this tournament, the guys that can adapt to what's going on in the situation. But it's infection uplink. We're going to be going into Breach, Search and Destroy if it does go to that map 3. I kind of want it to go there. I want to see Search and Destroy once again on this map. If it was on this game, a game mode I really thoroughly enjoyed. I just think the specialist usage is so much more important on this game. I think Paradox than IW. especially with specialists like Heatwave. Like, I mean, come on, how
The
powerful
best
is Heatwave
pound
as
for
a specialist?
pound just ability we've seen in Call of Duty history. You could
Yeah.
say honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. The likes of Glitch as well. Glitch. I mean, how many 1v2
Oh
clutches have we
man,
seen with Glitch? The ability,
I've
just
seen mistakes with
so
glitch. We've
many
seen great
insane
plays
players.
with it. It's
I think this is like, you compare this to Infinite Warfare when you compare like the rig draft to the specialist draft and talking about the different specialists. Okay, I know a lot of people in Black Ops 3 would have said that the specialists are very, very powerful and sometimes overpowered. And I think in Infinite Warfare they tried to make it so that the specialists weren't as impactful, but they still had a position on the map. But I think like you lose a little bit of those clutch moments. I mean, I've not seen many clutch moments with specialists in Infinite Warfare than I did in Black Ops 3. And you can always have the discussion whether using the specialist is a skill, or if you heatwave somebody in a 1 versus 2, get round 11, then it's not really a skill. You just had a specialist. But then again, I think though that you have to know when to use your specialist, and that's what makes you
yeah,
different than other players.
that's what
You know,
separates teams at the end of the
yeah,
day.
and I think in most search and destroys as well, you'll only get one chance to use these specialists because you won't normally see somebody get 2 heat waves unless they're going absolutely off and the rest of their team is getting no kills. So I really do think like in search and destroy, it does matter a lot, and also in uplink as well, the game mode that we're doing now. Think of how many point conversions you're guaranteed with a kinetic armor, or you're guaranteed with an active camo. They need to be making sure that those specialists that you're using for your team, so Keel, for example, here, who's opted to go for the kinetic armor. I think there's 2 different ways you can use kinetic armor. I think I do like to see teams like either give it to the drone carrier and he runs it, and he'll pop kinetic armor, and so he can guarantee a 2-point. Or I think I prefer with kinetic armor to see the guy pop it and put like kind of be the strong lead blocker for their team. Paradox, he's got kinetic armor. So he's guaranteed at least a 2-piece as long as he hits his shots. Then the drone carrier can simply come through. We'll have to wait and see though. And we've got the return of one of my favorite specialists as well in this game mode, Psychosis. Psychosis, one of the most dirtiest, yet sometimes could be the best specialist in the entirety of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. How many times have we seen Paradox Psychosis bots just run away from the action as if they don't want to be involved with what's going on? They've realized there's gunfire going down. They ain't going anywhere near it, and they've just run the opposite way and left the one guy by himself. But Psychosis is a fantastic specialist if used correctly. I mean, in a way, I think Psychosis is not really used for the distraction because we're at that kind of level now where players know. I think Psychosis is more of like
you should use it like a shield.
Yeah, it's more like a meat shield. It can absorb bullets from the enemy team. I think we're at the latter stages of this tournament now, Paradox, where I don't think too many people in the tournament at this point are going to get confused by a Psychosis. But I definitely see it being used as a meat shield. And then we've also got another fantastic specialist to touch upon as well, the Tempest, Paradox. The Tempest is one that's returned as well. And something that's quite interesting to pay attention to as well, if you realised that comparing Black Ops 3 to Infinite Warfare,
we saw more
3
weapons in Black Ops.
way
3.
more weapon specialists, There is not a single weapon specialist used in competitive in Infinite Warfare. But there is like, you've got the Annihilator, you've got the Tempest, you've got the Sparrow. Like, you see all 3 of those occasionally used throughout competitive, mainly more being the Tempest. But, it's crazy. I wonder why we don't see many weapon specialists used in Infinite Warfare.
With the difference between the 2 games, it mostly comes down to points, right? It takes so much to get the weapons in Infinite Warfare. I know Infinity Ward recently released a patch trying to lower that a little bit, so we might see weapons creep into the meta in Infinite Warfare, but that wasn't something we always had to really worry about in Black Ops 3 because you were able to progress towards those weapons and abilities a fair amount faster than you do in Infinite Warfare. For better or worse, which side on the fence you're really on, both of them really have their ups and downs, right? But we get to see some old Black Ops 3 uplink. I mean, like, remember the difference between both of the games? People are still trying to adjust to how to really throw the drone sometimes in Infinite Warfare because the mechanics of the drone have changed.
This game.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like you can throw the drone further in Black Ops 3.
And we got buzzer
I feel like
beaters,
that's something
man.
that buzzer beaters are back. I hope that happens in this tournament as well, Paradox. I really hope like 1 point flies through the air, the clock hits 0, but it goes in. Like, that'll be insane to witness. I was really good when they took that out. I mean, I don't know why they took it out. I don't think it was something that was a problem at all. It's not something I thought was a problem, but anyway, just the way we're only the casters paradox about the game devs.
I mean,
So we don't,
we're
no.
casters, but oh, come on, Zima, don't do that to me. I was gonna say three things. One, I love watching European players in this game because of the HVK and because of the XR2. In addition to that, there we go, Zima, there you go, rocking the splice camo on the M8 to start things off. They end up finishing second in their group for the Global Pro League, which was unexpected from me. But let's see if the boys from Splice, those runners up in Black Ops 3 champs, can give Zima a little bit of a bump here early on.
And it does look like they're going with what I said. I think Swift is going to be the sub player. No, okay, Swift has actually got HVK, so it's a full AR setup for Connor Cryptic. And over on the other side, let's take a look at what's going on here. HVK, M8, and I think Rezi's rocking the M8 as well. So he's actually going to be rocking the VMP. So this is the setup I expected to see. Crap at Black Ops 3 going to be going with that 3AR1 submachine gun setup, but don't take anything away from the HVK. It's very much also can be played like a sub. It's, you've got fast movement with it. You can play very aggressive. So I expect to see Shaquille definitely pushing up quite a lot, trying to get into those pockets of space and cause a few problems. But the first time that the drone has been thrown forwards, and it will be Connor Cryptic who throw it up for a little bit of yardage. They're trying to go through, though. It was Swift who grabbed it. He will get taken down, though. Percy finds himself falling as well. And Cryptic going to be the last player alive as he comes up behind two. Could be a very nice two-piece, and it will be as he finds both those two players. Will he be able to pick up a few more kills, though? Cryptic lagging a little bit there. Is he going to find a kill? No, Billy Busted will take him down. And this is normally where we see most players on the side that Crap at Black Ops 3 are pushing the drone, because you remember that 1 point off the wall, you can throw it right over the top of Grave and sink it in for a 1.
Well, let's see. Drone reset. Crap at Black Ops 3 have control of the middle of the map. Looking at the map so far, looks like they're going to go for the tried and true push over towards the graveyard and then by church as well. But Jay Rezi has all these players around him. If you set up in that corner, you can still try and get that. That's a 1 point toss up wide off. First conversion.
We need to keep count of those as well. Yeah, we need to keep count of those as well, because how many times have we casted in Uplink where 1 point throws being missed all the time, and it's a double psychosis pop. Cryptic pops it as well, but it goes down to Billy Busted. There we go, we're seeing a bit of psychosis being used straight off the bat. Billy Busted, though, still looking for more kills, and he will find them. He's looking to take that player off that head glitch, and that is a nasty head glitch as well that I think it was Zima that was on. But there is one player that's got themselves into church, and when your sub player gets into the church where Rezi is now, it can cause so many problems. Rezi's still going, though, but Swift, the only player on defense, and finally a 1 point throw does go through, and it is going to be Crap at Black Ops 3 leading this one.
Right now, Shaquille, here we go. Here's the play. Activates the kinetic armor. The EMP comes out. Remember, the EMP neutralizes that kinetic armor. So that's a really smart heads-up play, because if Shaquille stays alive there in that situation, that is absolutely insane. You can start a little bit of a spawn trap, but Rezi's going to try and open things up. Gets 3 shots in with the VMP. Won't be enough. He's shut down. The drone push now going to start from Connor Cryptic. They have 2 stuck inside. Looks like Zima going to try and get things going long range, but Percy's been able to sneak behind enemy lines, picks up 1. That opens the right side of the map for Connor Cryptic.
I definitely think as well that Crap at Black Ops 3 are on the more favored side, I would say. I guess, though, you can...
Oh my God, Cryptic!
Can set up a nasty spawn trap if they do push up, but Connor Cryptic did find a very nice kill there. Shaquille will trade it out, though. And let's stay on board with Shaquille, though, because they're looking like they can push this up towards the left side, but no, Zima shuts him down with a 2-piece from the nade. Zima then begins to push up. The 1 more kill has to be made. Now they can go. Now they can begin to push up, and it's the Tempest in the hand of Zima. He finds the first one, tries to find Shaquille as well. Not going to happen, but will Cryptic throw the 1? The heat wave comes in, no. Base defense, heat wave, they've lost him. He's still trying to stay alive. He's going to throw it. It won't go in, though. It's intercepted.
Oh, no!
Cryptic finds a 2-piece. Oh, I love Black Ops 3.
Oh my God, he picks up 2. You get 1 more, and those are guaranteed points. Now look at this. Shaquille's going to play all the way back right now towards the middle of the map, making sure no one can come up on the drone spawn so far. Well, look at Billy. He's going to try and help him here, but really Connor Cryptic are focused on this broken side of the map, and it looks like they're trying to push through with everything they can. Shaquille gets caught sprinting in the middle of the map. Zima's going to be able to pick up one behind the tank. That's going to give Connor Cryptic control of the middle of the map. Not going to grab the drone just yet. Want to clear out a couple more players before advancing. Zima has one just to his right. Won't be able to pick it up. Cryptic does throw the satellite drone. Less than 30 seconds here in the first half. And as you said before, Psychosis at this level of play, players can tell the difference between you and your clones.
Yeah, and it's crazy how many specialists we're actually seeing come through as well. I forgot how quickly you do actually get them in Black Ops 3. It's only a few kills that you need to be able to be awarded them. But the last few seconds do count down. Can they get points on the board? Can they tie this one up? There's one player coming behind on the flank though. And this Temps is going to be on the top tank, but no, Zima finds the kill. She kills the last player alive, and it could be a 2-point, but no! They took too much time to get the drone through, and it is going to finish 1-0 to crap at Black Ops 3. For the first half. We've still got a second half to come, but I really thought there was going to be points on the board there, especially when Cryptic found that kill as well on the player Shaquille on the back tank. But let's just take a look at the scoreboard really quickly. You can see that the slaying power is definitely in favor of Connor Cryptic, but they are the team that find themselves 1-0 down going into the second half.
My. Would you look at that? If he doesn't like juggle the window of grandmas there at the end, they were 100% in a position to score. There, look at this. Percy's going to get pretty aggressive right off the start. Does have the heat wave. Speaking of the utility, Swift has the kinetic armor ready to go as well. But Zima
On the flank.
does spot one to his right, to his left. Wasn't able to pick that one up. And of course, M8 close range, not going to be the best option there. Cryptic going to try and stop the push. Gets hit with the beatdown. The Psychosis available for Billy and Team Crap at Black Ops 3. They already have the lead in the series and the game. And with that dunk, they're going to extend their lead to 3 points.
You would think with the confidence that Billy Busted just had then to run out, he popped Camo, not Psychosis, but no, pops the Psychosis and just sprints for the portal, and he's going to dunk it through, like you said, 3-0 now to crap at Black Ops 3. Shaquille, though, is going to be on that defense, will make the player weak enough to be traded out. He's going to put in some beautiful shots with the VMP there. Will he finish the player off? Not going to happen, no, but it will be Temps that has pulled out the Tempest. Temps the Tempest player. Will he be able to find a kill, though? As he's pushing up towards the middle map area. There's a few players around here. Not going to happen. Cryptic takes him down. Cryptic, now you need to push up. You need to get some map control for your team. Trying to get into that church area is probably the best place you can be with a submachine gun. Just cause problems, but there will be one player in Swift, who has found a pocket of space to push. He's got kinetic as well. He spots one more player to his right. He's going to find him. There's one more player behind him. The drone's gone taken down, though. And even though Swift did push up aggressively, his teammates got taken down and the drone's back in the hands of the crap of Black Ops 3. Shaquille also has kinetic armor to work with. Not going to be effective just yet, though. He will get taken down. And so far, it's a lot of trades going back and forth towards the middle of the map. Nobody really coming close to putting points on the board just yet. 3 minutes remain, though, and Connor Cryptic need to find some points as they're 1-0 down in this series.
Zima did such a good job at picking up that 2-piece. He's now picked up 4 in a row. This has completely opened up this church part of the map for Connor Cryptic to push through. Has one in the corner, won't be able to pick that one up. Percy knows this player is here, can't drop the drone fast enough. That's Jay Rezi coming up big, our star in map number 1. Shutting it down for the defense, and now converting over to offense. Plays on both sides of the satellite drone. Just one more to his right. The other team's namesake, Billy, clears that one out. I thought it was going to be a turn and burn. Got the shots in. Now Shaquille has control of the satellite drone. There are 3 players standing in the way for Connor Cryptic. Crap at Black Ops 3 can at least get one off of this. Temps opens it up, picks up 2.
Here comes kinetic armor, no.
There's the toss up and in. Crap at Black Ops 3 up 4-0.
Oh, Billy!
Billy, what did you just do? 4 in a row, trying to make it 5. Secures it just like that.
Billy Busted told me not to watch him in case he got span on, but I think he means watch me because I'm spinning on people. Billy Busted's still in a position, working alongside his teammate, and there's going to be more points that are going to come up on the board. There's one more player towards his left-hand side. He finds himself the streaks as well, and his teammate, though, like I said, will be close, and that was Jay Rezi. Finally, the base is clear for Connor Cryptic, but it's a little bit too late because they're now 6-0 down with 1 minute 50 remaining. Temps is still going with the M8, pulls out the RK5 as well. Swift just find a 2-piece, though, cleans the base for now. And to be honest with you, Paradox, it hasn't looked like Connor Cryptic have even come close to tying this one up, putting any points on the board. They're being completely outslayed. They're being shut down every second, and Swift snaps on him. But once again, there's Billy. He's going to find another 3 kills. Billy's not missing. He is definitely my highlight player of this entire series, and Billy's still going.
just have a 1v1 between Swift and Billy? These people are insane. The 1-point toss up and over the wall does not go, and the bounce doesn't help it as well. Cryptic's gonna pick that one up for his team. Get that one right out the board. And looks like no, the throw failed. Cryptic has to go for it again. There we go. The immediate reset knows it's going to go back into the middle of the map. Tries to push up over Broken Side. And they meet the stone wall of crap at Black Ops 3. Just trading 3 for 1 in that scenario.
Yeah, Jay Resi pushing up still with his teammates. Looks like crap at Black Ops 3 want to just put even more points on the board. They're not done yet. 45 seconds remaining, and this one soon will be mathematically impossible. Temps has pulled out this as Tempest as well. Will he find the kill though? Not going to find that player towards the left. Just switch over towards his left though. Finds Swift. There's still one more player behind him though. That's surely called out to Shaquille. Never mind. Temps has found him. He's still pushing up and being aggressive. Zima finds another 2-piece. But this one looks like it's all over. The series will be closed out here. And can we just take a minute to look at Billy busted 30 and 19, 2 consecutive aces as well for his team. He's still going as he's trying to rack up even more of the scoreboard for himself. 31 and 19, pulls out the arcade 5. Oh my god, he's still going. He's just not, he's killing everyone with everything. Zima finally shuts him down just like that though. This one is over 6-0 on the uplink to Crapper Black Ops 3, and they are going to dominate this opposition team and close them out in this quarterfinals.
Jeez, the 2-0 coming in our first series here. Of course, this was a this was a quarterfinal matchup, and we now have our first team moving on to the semis. Don't let the name fool you. Once again, Team Crap at Black Ops 3 are not crap at Black Ops 3 after all, and it looks like they are posed and ready to come away with this game. Jack, what do you think about this team going forward?
Oh, there's a few things to take away from it. I mean, Shaquille had a 15 and 22 game in that uplink, but he's still such a fantastic submachine gun player. He proved that in the Fringe hardpoint. You got Jay Resi as well, a player that's definitely objective-minded, definitely wants to be in those areas where he's racking up points for his team. And then alongside that, to accustom those 2 players doing what they're doing, Billy Busted with the M8 was absolutely dominating throughout the entire series. It wasn't just the uplinks which we've just seen, it was also that first Fringe hardpoint. He was not missing. He's controlling so much of the map as well, Paradox. You know, when you have an M8 player like that, who's just picking up loads and loads of kills, he's just going to control so much of the map, allow his sub-players, Resi and Shaquille, to get into those positions. To top it off, Temps is also doing well with the M8. So you've got 2 players that are just completely watching the entire map, controlling the entire play of the game. They basically, Temps and Billy will put you where they want you to spawn, and then they will kill you when you spawn there. And then you've got Shaquille and Resi just doing the objective work behind them. This team looks incredibly strong going into the rest of this tournament, and one I'm definitely going to be paying attention to when we get towards the finals.
Oh man, I can't wait until we get there, and we're going to stay on board with Team Crap at Black Ops 3 as they progress through today's Talk Show Tournament Tuesday. But as we said before, this is our 3rd Talk Show Tournament Tuesday, so we're going to send it to a break, prepare for the next matchup. In the meantime, check out this cool top 5 of other top plays in tournaments sponsored and, of course, powered by the Esports Hub. We'll see you right after this.
How did you do that? How did you...
They can't get anything going. Finally, Trinity Rocket comes through. 50 points from the bombardment. With only 20 seconds remaining on this hill, streaks will come through, and you can see them coming down now. Minical with his streaks as well. Another Trinity Rocket came through from Jexo. Not enough time. Baby, we're going to game 5.
Oh my god. 100-point club. 250 to 85. Your final score in. Wallbang too strong. Meanwhile, Skittles and company. Skittles looks like just loves putting shots into the back of Gags every single time. This player's just trading back and forth. But Skittles is able to thread the needle quite consistently. Does it there once again, taking out Tisso. The push still coming in. This back stairs. Skittles just locking it down. It's like, hey, all right, I see you. 2 bursts, you're dead.
Skittles really being able to turn around his game now, 20-20 for his squad with 2 captures and 3 defense. Really good job of juggling that hard point for streaks. Meanwhile, Tampa, 7 captures, 4 defense with 23 kills and 15 deaths. He's really putting up some numbers here and continues to do so, as now it is going to be We Are So Bad that continues to pull away with a nice lead, and the rotation has been missed by a little bit, but the Stealth Chopper is going to be able to clean up a lot of kills now.
That's just huge amount of aerial ordnance coming out from this team. Joe is still trying to maintain some position in the middle of the map, but they can't. Skittles still has not died. I can't force that enough. This is a 12 streak, combined 16 for this team, and now they have control of the hill once again. And not only do they have control, they're pushing out as well. Skittles able to spot one, cleans that one up, had a player pushing in from his right, but the teammate support, the teamwork, the positioning for this team is so good. You look past the name, and this is just exactly what I would wanted to see, because we saw such a great matchup in Series 1, and it looks like we're seeing it again, 14 in a row before he's finally shut down. Scarab to the party. Picked up anything in the momentary break into chaos.
This is a big defense. 2 versus possible 4 here, because obviously Bray Wyatt's teammates spawned out as the push came through. Minical finds one, Jordy finds the other one. The last player comes through to success, and he's going to be only 1 more player left. And what a defensive play from Bray Wyatt. At one point then, Paradox, there was only 2 of them versus 4 players from OBN Youth, and yet they still hold on, and now the lead increases even more. This one looks like it could go game 5, and baby, I'll be so excited if it does.
Cal spots one all the way across the bridge, picks it up, fills it up, make it 7 in a row. 8-1 start for Minical. Bray Wyatt look posed to force the game number 5, and let's see if they can hold control of Hangar Operation coming up next. Johnny W clears the back, picked up 1. Minical eyes on inside of the hill. The team shots coming all the way through. Jambo tried to sneak behind enemy lines, wasn't able to do a thing.
And the interesting thing is as well, Minical is showing his versatility as a player. He's decided to put away the ERAD and decided to stop playing incredibly aggressive and gone for kind of a more formal role. Pulls out the MV4 and is just playing for picks to assist his teammates. He's on a 9 streak, and I said, Minical, this is your stage. You have to take it with both hands, and he is doing exactly.
Grandma's on solution is waiting inside. Here comes the engagement all the way around. Tried to move in for the knife, shut down. Be Sweaty and company have control, and look at the map. It is wide open, but it's wide open for one reason. There was a counter pull, both flags out, the other one in possession of Thampa.
Yes, and Thampa has been able to really advance himself all the way back alley, but unfortunately now has to play his life. And this is a stalemate that could go down the remaining few seconds if these players with the flags are able to stay alive. Sweaty in a good position, in a better position even than Thampa is. Thampa's just flirting with disaster, does get taken down there. Will the return come through, but 2 kills go through. The flag is still revived on the other side. On both sides it's revived. Now it's all about that last second return. And right now, the flags are back at base, and the score will go through. It's a 3-2 last second score, and that will be the victory right there coming through.
SDLK show up right at the end once again. Oh my god. Both flags out. Comes right down to a last second engagement. They come out on top inside of the back alley. Just like that. Standoff, always a treat to come.
Players on Wheel of Jetpack, they've backed up. Cryptic knows there's one back bus. He's stuck in a corner though. He's going to get peppered by shots from everywhere. Lone Wolf finds the kill somehow. Cryptic's still alive. He goes up. He takes that one. He pops the Caro. He's going to surely find this kill as well. He goes up in the air. The player slides away. And he finds the kill. Fortunately for Wheel of Jetpack, they're going to find that kill, and it's 5-4.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. On we'll go, finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esport Hub's 4v4 Black Ops 3 variant. We are into the semi-finals after the team crap at Black Ops 3 just got advanced. They were the previous team that we had on stream, and now they're going up against a really interesting team name, McManlakalav. That is the name of the team. I can't wait to pronounce that throughout the entire series. Who will be using a pickup instead of Olav. They will be using the pickup Linny Slays. But anyway, my name is Campbell. Joining alongside me is Paradox. And we're going to be breaking down the entirety of this tournament for you. So far, it's been a bit of an interesting one. The first hardpoint kicked off with a RAPS deployment ship and a Cerberus. And then we went into the uplink, and it was pure domination by the man Billy Busted, a player I'm definitely highlighting in this one. Now, I'm going to do something here, Paradox, and I'm going to throw it over to you. My two highlight players for this series is Billy Busted from Crapper Black Ops 3 going up against man like Samo from McManlakalav. I reckon those two players are going to be back and forth at it throughout this entire series. I can ask you the same question though, Paradox. Who are you looking for from both of these two teams to go off?
I mean, I'm looking at that too. I mean, Samo's someone that I've seen before, absolute beast, and the way Billy is playing, oh my, like, what in the world? What did you have for breakfast, Billy, or lunch, or dinner? Like, I don't know what, because what, it's like 10:30 p.m. over there, so I guess dinner maybe? Like, dude, this guy is absolutely going off, but right now, we're getting ready to set up for evac hard when you see the specialist draft going on your screen. This one pretty much by the book. You see Billy's going to pull out that Tempest. That's going to come, and of course Lenny has that on the other side. Those are really going to be useful when we move on to the third hard point here. That's going to be your field hard point, and even then you can use it in the second rotation if you want to help and make sure you lock down that kitchen area. If you're all the way on the back helipad, that can really help out too. But then of course, I cannot go on evac and not mention the glass hardpoint as well, and how powerful an AR and long-range presence can be on that hill.
And one of the main things I'm really, excited for and looking when taking a look at the map evac is just the incredible close quarter that we're going to see between these two teams. It's so close quarter. Expect the submachine gun players to really have an impact on this map, but also as well, you can't take it away from the AR players that are definitely going to be trying to restrict that pressure that the sub players will have inside the hill. So mainly for me, I think the sub players are your key ones in this one, but then you've got, like, I kind of go back and say again, the ARs, rotations couldn't be done without their sub players, without those AR players picking up the kills that they need to. Another thing that we need to pay attention to, and we always used to bring up all the time, Paradox, when we took a look at the map evac, was the war runs. Those underneath the map war runs, you can get some really good map positioning, especially when we go to P2, for example. Going around that low war run, trying to get behind that back glass area, it's going to cause many problems. That's when you need one of those anchor players kind of sat back helipad, just making sure that doesn't happen. We're getting ready to kick this one off. I reckon as well, looking at what I've seen throughout this bracket and what I've definitely seen from Crapper Black Ops 3, these could possibly be the two best teams that we've got in this tournament so far. So it kind of has the feeling for me like a semi-final match that should be a final, but they've met each other here in the semi-finals, and one of these two teams will advance to the grand finals of our talk show tournament Tuesday, Black Ops 3 variant. 13 seconds, and they're editing score streaks before we kick this one underway, and not really one I expect to see RAPS dropped in. I don't
absolutely
think we will, but it's always great to see if that does come through. Players I'm definitely going to be paying attention to, though, Shaquille and Rezi. Those two we highlighted as those OBJ players from that Crapper Black Ops 3 roster. Expect to see them inside the hill. I mean, can Rezi top the 2 minutes and 31 seconds he got in the first hardpoint? I mean, that is some incredible hill time, especially. Well, the only thing I can think that would stop him from doing that, Paradox, is just because this map is a lot more compact and a lot more close quarter. I think on Fringe, there's a lot of hills where if you get control of, you can hold them for a lot of time. This, I think, is going to be closely contested. I wouldn't expect this one to be a blowout. Probably go all the way to a 250, 210 maybe. Go all that way, all that distance. And this also has the likelihood as well of being a game that we actually see finish on the match timer. Like, with how much contests could go down in this one. But think of the specialists as well. Definitely going to see those come out and really be impactful, like the heat wave. I mean, I keep saying it and reiterating the close quarter, but the heat wave in some of the hills on this map is going to destroy the enemy team.
Yeah, and especially, I always say heat wave can come really big on your 2 and 4 hills, your glass and your inside kitchen, right? Just because of the way those hills play. But hey, one thing we haven't seen on stream yet, and I'm really happy kind of to see it because of nostalgia purposes, the Vesper coming out from Lacko here, opening things up, picks up one. Temps answers back with a frag and a kill of his own with the VMP. but we really need to pay attention to a lot of the sub players on this map. We already see Lacko pushing all the way through. Oh my god, finally, the nade is what takes him out, but absolute work done there with the Vesper on the other side for McMahon Lakalov. Looks like Liddy's going to be able to pick up 2 with a sub of his own. Spots one more on the stairs. That player able to sneak away, but Rezi has moved into that pocket of space to steal your turn for a second, and as soon as he did, it looks like he was shut down immediately.
Well, this isn't one of those hills you normally see contested, but no, McMahon Lakalov are going to come out on top in this one. Shaquille finally will break through, looking like he's going to try and pick up a bit of the scrap time, but pay attention to the rotations, and it was Billy busted, but he gets taken down by McKee XP, and they're looking to hold the spawns on this one. Who's going to be inside the hill first, though? Linny Slays re-wrapping back round. We'll find 2. Going to find the first one. Does he get the second? Yes, of course he does. And there's the third. Linny Slays goes through and manages to clean up 2 players with inside the hill, and he's going to stay up, playing quite aggressive on the stair. You normally see subs play that so close corner there, waiting for someone to come down the staircase, but it will be Kappa Black Ops 3 that were able to break through, and they're going to look to hold. They don't necessarily have the favoured spawn, but we're seeing a Man of War come out as well, and that is a dominating AR.
Oh man, it looked like Shaquille was going to do big things, starting to push out of the hill for crap at Black Ops 3. Billy able to pick up 2. That clears the way for Rezi, and now it looks like McMahon Lakalov has to push through the front. Samo picking up some with the Kuda. Ends up going down. That leaves Lacko to try and charge in. One thing right now, for McMahon Lakalov, they're sprinting into a lot of these gunfights. You really don't want to do that, especially when you're coming downstairs. Lenny almost picks up 2, has both of them in his face, not able to clean either of those up. McMahon Lakalov finally going to get control, but they're only picking up that scrap time, moving all the way over
Billy
to
busted
the
is
field
120 from a Cerberus.
It looks like there's going to be... He knows there's one on this lower wall run as well. He should be able to pick up Lenny as soon as Lenny comes around the corner. Just like that. There you go. Needs 25 more. There was a player there, but teammate cleaned that one up. You think they could just juggle the hill for a second, honestly.
This player's coming around the back as well, and Billy Busted could get caught unless his teammate makes the kills. Surely he needs to turn around. His teammates have just dropped. They're flying in on him. Is he going to be able to get away, though? He will for now. He's not going to get the kill. That's such an important kill from Samo as he does stop the Cerberus coming in. But Billy Busted will have found himself, however, the lightning strike for now. And like I said, and what we kind of expected going into this one, it would be close quarter between these two teams. Samo using the submachine gun that I used to love in Black Ops 3, the Cuda. So good at that medium to short range distance. Better than the VMP for controlling the recoil at least. But it will be the active camo pop. It's a kill. Just because I don't care if you're in a camo, I can see through it, and we'll take him straight down. Linny pushing up as well. 3 kills so far on the kill feed for this McMahon Lakalov, but it is going to be Lacko inside. He's got the kinetic armor to use as well. They're going to close in on him, and it's Shaquille once again making those important kills inside the hill.
This is such a scrappy game of hardpoint right now. Timps does have the active camo in the back pocket. Heatwave popped inside. Spots one above. Teammate helps clean that one up. Now we're going to see a lot of nades start to come in. Close quarters engagements once again. Timps one right in front. Somehow able to clean that one up with the melee, but goes down by his own hand from the teammate. Looking at both of these teams so far, we're pretty much sitting at a tie game. Shaquille's going to be the next one up for Team Crap at Black Ops 3, but he can't do anything. Headshots coming through with the VMP. Won't be able to make any sort of move right now. And finally, after the reload, has one more inside of the hill. There's both coming through for Shaquille.
McKee XP off to a bit of a slow start in this one. Maybe see him bring his way back into it though. He's going to be pushing from this mid-map area. We'll find one important kill to make, but it will be Temps who comes out on top. Luckily, though, Linny's there to trade that one up. The Tempest is live for Linny. There's going to also be one available for Temps as well. That's the active camo, but we're going back towards the mid-hill where we saw this team of McMahon Lakalov really dominate. Billy. And Billy Busted doing once again what we expected him to, but this time with the VMP and not the M8, but Shaquille comes through and he finds 2. But it will be Samo that swiftly trades him out and is back in favor of this team once again. Here comes the Tempest, though. Billy Busted will find one, I think, because Linny Slays has also brought his out as well. Both of those only finding 1 kill before they get taken down, but Lacko causing the havoc near the hill again. He's going to find a 3rd kill, surely. No, it will be picked up by Samo, but they've got control of this mid-hill, and they are going to look to hold even more hill time.
Look at the back of the map. McKee going to be in a key engagement here. Takes out Shaquille, and has another one coming up. It's going to be Shaquille once again as both of these players try and fight for control of the next hardpoint. McKee coming up with 2 clear and good engagements in a row. Shaquille's been able to sneak behind enemy lines. One right here by the side door. Cleans that one up. 2 more. Shaquille almost gets all 3. Almost comes out of there with the hat trick. Won't be able to do it. McKee's going to be holding things down inside for Team McMahon Lakalov. trying to add some more time to his objective stats, but right now Samo's been holding it down like a monster inside. 15 and 16 on the stats so far. Knows there's a player lurking behind and won't be able to do it. Just tagged up. Intros again and is shut down.
Lacko towards the top staircase, trying to apply pressure. One coming from behind, though. Lacko will get pushed out, and it looks like Crapper Black Ops 3 may be able to take the lead if they can hold this one for just a few more seconds. Shaquille still going big. A player that we definitely highlighted as one of those objective players inside the hill you really could see picking up a lot of these kills. He's still pushing out. Lacko just go down. Shaquille just going to hold on to this scrap time and its rotations that will come in. There's one player that spawned out behind him though, and that's McKee XP. He's going to at least play for the scrap time. But who is rotated? Samo, probably the only player as far up advanced for this McMahon Lakalov as you could be. One player is trying to search out for him though. That's Rezi. He does find his teammate Lacko, and Samo so well to stay alive there. Just wait for his teammate's assistance, and finally he can push out onto the hill, and that is exactly what he's done.
Samo has a player below, now goes for the engagement again. Lenny able to help him clean that one up. So far, one thing that I like from both of these teams is they know when to get aggressive. They know when they have to make passive plays, as we see right now from McMahon Lakalov. But when things start going, when you're put into that sort of pressure cooker situation, both of these teams react accordingly. We've been able to see both teams have enough gas in the tank to carry them through the rest of this game. But right now, field is wide open for control. Billy able to pick up a key one, has one moving in with the active camo. He's been shut down. That was Samo coming through with one of his own.
Linny's going big still as he's inside the hill with another two-piece, 25 and 22 for him. And that's him starting to build a little bit of a streak. We're rotating once again over towards the new hill. And it is going to be McKee from behind, has the heat wave as well. Is he going to pop it? Didn't opt to. Maybe I thought he would have done there, but at least, you know, kind of saves that his teammates weren't close to him, so I kind of understand a little bit on why he didn't pop it. But it will be Shaquille. How many times have we said that he's inside the hill for his team? He's got kinetic as well, and now he's going to pop it. It's not going to be affected, though, because Nathan McKee will slide through. Billy Busted's going to find a two-piece, though, as that's the RK5 coming through. Once again, he's going to run three. Makes that player weak enough for Rezi to find him, though. And he's going to be inside the hill with an M8, not really the best weapon you want at all in that situation, because when Samo comes through with the Cuda, it's going to make it difficult. It's back and forth trading. It's scrappy. Lacko finds his way through, though, and at least they're going to get some sort of control. But look how close this hardpoint game is.
Finally, we see one team able to establish the control in the middle of the map for McMahon Lakalov. Finally, Samo ends up actually going down. So mid-map is wide open, because not only are you fighting for the time inside of the hill as well, but you're also trying to set up for the next hill. They're literally a staircase away from each other, so that can make a lot of these engagements really scrappy and really difficult to be able to lock down a good amount of time. And we're going to see McMahon Lakalov prioritize the next 60 seconds. They're able to pick up one inside, won't be able to follow that one up. Look at the control that Crap at Black Ops 3 have now going into this next hill. Not only does Billy have control of glass, but they have control of the jump up and this short hallway as well, which will really pay dividends. This is an easy sort of 10 seconds at least for this team if they can come out on top in their engagements. They're to slay out a full wave of these players. That's an additional 5 seconds in their time.
It's been a quality hold so far coming in from Crapper Black Ops 3. Shaquille still pushing out slaying as he's trying to find himself streaks. 50 from that Hellstorm missile, and he will get it as well. He is 35 and 29, and he is on a mission to find that 40 bomb. And they've broken the lead for the first time in this entire hardpoint game. Crapper Black Ops 3 will find the lead, but it is the rotations that you've got to pay attention to. One player will challenge all. That was Samo. He will fight for scrap time. That actually is going to end up spawning Shaquille all the way out as well. So it was kind of an important kill coming in from Samo that I thought maybe it would have been a bit risky. But who is the player at the back? It's Billy Busted, and he's mate in hand. Shots a little bit shaky. They're going to start hunting for him now. They have to make the kill on Samo, and they do. And Billy stayed alive so perfectly here because now his teammates can push in from behind with him. He is playing for even more streaks, though. 75 from that lightning strike. Will he be able to get it? He's going to look to push through now. Those players sliding through with the submachine guns. One to the right, makes them both weak. Is he going to stay alive, though? He gets a double assist. That's actually going to give him the streaks. And it will be, I thought it was 100, sorry, from the lightning strike. But he will end up getting it anyway, so it does not matter. Rezi, though, will take him down. Unfortunately there, Billy Busted going to look the counter UAV, which has gone up in the air. I think that was Lacko. You can tell how many engaged with Lacko's been 32 and 34. Like, he's been the hill all the time for his team. But this one, like I said, would go all the way, Paradox, and it is exactly going all the way.
Here we go. Field set up once again. This one should be in favor of crap at Black Ops 3 when you look at the time. Now they're only going to pick up one of those final 3 seconds, but Billy does have 2 streaks to his name. Shaquille still fully streaked out. This hill is wide open, so if they do lose this early control, they can fight their way back with ease. Meanwhile, Samo does have control of the active camo, spots one towards the middle of the map, picks that one up. Here we go. The camo push going to come in. Tempest come out. Looks like Man Lakalov is going to put everything they have into this push, and it's not going to work. Shaquille, the aerial ordnance, comes through, takes down 2. Billy follows up with 2, and look at that. The spawns come through. It's going to be really hard for Crap and Black Ops 3 to break this again without using their streaks. Billy has full control of the front of the map. Going, no, Billy, not again. Billy has turned into the Blue Ranger, shutting them down over and over again. 7, make it 8 in a row.
I'm going home. I'm going home. Billy Busted is still going. There's the Tempest kill. Find the other one as well. It doesn't even matter because they're 250 to 219 and Billy Busted. Oh my God. That is why you were my highlight player going into this first hardpoint, and you have single-handedly, with a 41 kills and 25 deaths, shut down the opposition.
Jack, can we just rename this team Power Rangers? Because that's what Billy just turned into. I'm sorry, the Blue Ranger was always my favorite, but good God, man. And it's just 41 and 25, the second 40 bomb on that team. Billy gets the lowest amount of time inside of the hill, but the other 3 don't get that much time inside and close out the game if it's not for those plays at the end. What did we just see? This team has that sort of impact potential towards the end of the game, or even at some point in a game, to just step up. It's like, all right, now it's time. They just look over at each other. It's like, you ready to go? Yeah. All right, let's go. Like, what in the world are we seeing from this team?
I
can't
don't even know,
it, man. I'm mind blown.
I'm like gobsmacked. Like I even had to go back to the stream and just watch that over again. What Billy just did. Here's the crazy thing for you, right? Just to prove how off that he just went in those final few seconds. He finishes with 41 kills, Paradox. But when it came down to those last 20 seconds, he was on 35 kills, and he finished on 41. In those final 20 seconds of that hill time, he went absolutely off for the team. He held the entire McMahon Lakalov team at bay with the single one weapon, the M8. And then even when the M8 wasn't good enough, he pulls out the Tempest and finds himself more kills with that as well. What a play from him. And you know what the interesting thing is as well, Paradox? It all started from Billy playing his life at back helipad. He played his life perfectly. He found himself a couple of kills, allowed his teammates to push round the back of helipad and break into that first hill. By that point, they was able to rack themselves up at least 25 seconds of hill time. Going into that final hill, they was in the lead. You saw Samo, he pops camo, he pushes out, but the streaks came in from Shaquille. The weirdest split spawn ever, Paradox, happened. 2 players from McMahon Lakalov ended up spawning behind the hill, behind the opposition. They tried to break through. They then spawned out, and once they spawned out, they were in the trap and in the grasp in the hands of Billy Busted, who just dominated them with the AR. Do not take anything away from Shaquille, though. 44 and 34 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds inside the hill. Oh my, going into uplink next. I said it would be close, but I didn't expect that to happen towards the end.
That's the thing that separates teams when we get to these sorts of levels, right? Which team can make those impact plays? It doesn't have to be at the end of the game, like we just saw. It can be in the middle of the game. It could even be getting out to a strong lead, right? I just had flashbacks of MLG Anaheim from last year, from Black Ops 3, when you saw the Optic Gaming versus Elevate. Elevate went off to such a huge lead, and somehow the flip of the switch came in from Optic Gaming. They came all the way back. When you get these teams that can sort of make those impact plays, that is scary to go against. So, of course, you can do it for your team, but just knowing, having that in the back of your mind, just like, all right, these guys can turn up at any minute.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that is probably the reason why we highlighted him as an impact player, as a player that we expected to see have, well, an impact. That's why he's highlighted, and that is exactly what he did. But then again, like, I know we're highlighting him a lot, but the rest of the team really did pull through towards the end there. I mean, Shaquille streaks that came through, fantastic. Jay Rezi picked up a few kills as well as being involved inside that hill. Temps doing what he does best with the M8, just assisting Billy and doing what he does. So insane plays from him. And there's a lot of people in the chat are like, "What's Billy's at? What's Billy's at?" I think it's at Billy FPS. I think that may be it. Go give him a follow. Go and give him a follow right now, because that was definitely an impactful play from him. And I'm sure Paradox. And I tell you one thing now: if that does not make it into the top 5 players from this tournament,
I'm finding Johnny and attacking.
I'm finding
him if
the
that
guy.
doesn't.
I'm finding Johnny, and that is it. That has got to be number 1 for me, unless anything change happens from now on.
Can we see something better than that? Like,
You could get it.
is it even
1v4
possible?
1v4 with a sniper,
Oh,
I think would beat that.
jeez.
But yeah, wow, absolutely insane. Anyway, it's the next map that we're going into, Paradox, on this one.
So, looking at this, of course, it'll be Fringe Uplink next. And I don't like throwing this into conversations for the most part, but let's also acknowledge the fact that he just did that off host.
Mhm.
Like, it didn't look like it. It looked like the guy was playing on land, just like, all right, 1, 2, 3. We always bring up the conversation in Search and Destroy that it's always the third person who's at fault, because, all right, your first teammate went down, that could be timing or something. Second one, all right, it's a little bit risky. That third guy, there's no reason you should die. You already know what's going on. But looking at this, of course, Fringe Uplink coming up next. Honestly, I just say this one goes to crap at Black Ops 3. You have Billy shooting like that with an AR from that range going into this? Jeez,
Yeah.
I really don't know. But we do know you will see map number 2 between both of these teams right after this. Don't go anywhere. And remember that this isn't the end. If you come back to the channel on Thursday, you'll be able to vote for next week's Talk Show Tournament Tuesday. We'll see you in a second. Welcome back, everybody. How you doing? I hope you didn't wait too long, but now we are getting ready for this second game in a best-of-3 series between Team Crap at Black Ops 3 and McMahon Lakalov. Honestly, Team Crap at Black Ops 3, they're not actually Crap at Black Ops 3. I don't know why they went with that name. It's the name. It's the mind games coming in once again, especially with Billy. This guy's a stone wall of an animal, and of course, myself, Paradox, and the man himself, Mr. Jack Campbell at Cass Campbell on Twitter is here with me. Dude.
Hello. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm ready.
I'm still just shell-shocked after the last game. Like, yeah,
I think I'm ready,
exactly.
but I don't think my body can take more of that. Because that was an insane finish to the first hard point. But we will try not to gas it up as much as possible. But it was fantastic performances from them. But it's a new map. Mindsets have reset. Getting into Fringe Uplink now. So, we're going to look to pay attention to the AR control on this one, really, Paradox. Something that I'm definitely going to be looking for. You can take a look at Tempted, Billy Busted. You know, those with the M8s have been doing a lot so far throughout this one. But then over on the other side, really seeing Linny Slays did quite a bit as well with the AR in the past game that we just saw as well. I expect it to be quite AR dominated. So really, for me, the team that's got the better AR will do well in this one. Shaquille didn't pick a specialist. He's actually ended up getting Hive. So we might get a reset. I'm not too sure. Unless Shaquille does want to use the Hive. Interesting choice of specialist if that's the case. But yeah, kicking off this one, I expect it's got to be down to that AR control for me. Really going to see which team can dominate that mid-map area. But it's Uplink, and we've seen Crap at Black Ops 3 dominate Uplink so far as well, Paradox.
And Uplink, especially on Fringe, is a map that you can really work well and get those breakout strats, right? We saw a lot of those come out at the World Championship, especially from the likes of Fob. I'm trying to remember, there's another one that I was casting over that had a really good breakout strat on Infection. But Fringe, one thing that we do see teams do is 4 or 3, technically like you can 3 or 2 hit down that track side if you're attacking over by Barn. Grab the drone, do the forward pass over to that right-hand side in that little pocket right when you come out from tracks, and you have a clear line of sight over onto that uplink portal. So if you're able to get control and establish control there as well, that other team is going to spawn all the way out by Junkyard. So they have to make the decision to either go double windows, rotate all the way through that back alley, which of course that's a choke point. That's one heck of a choke point at that, or go for the complete overextension, push through 10, and then work their way back to the drone spawn.
Well, I got the chance to speak to Jay Rezi before we kicked off this map number 2, and really got to speak to him and see what his opinion on this one was going into it. And he kind of just broke down his team. He told me that Billy was a player that used to play 1v1 radar only on Black Ops 3. That's where he came from, but he's kind of been this big player that's kind of had an impact in the scene in Infinite Warfare. Shaquille quit at the end of Black Ops 3, hasn't played competitive Infinite Warfare, and made a return for this tournament tonight. He said Temps is just Temps, which is fair enough. Temps is just Temps. Temps just does what Temps does. And Jay Rezi obviously has made a return as well. He said that he'd kind of quit at the end of Black Ops 3 coming into this one. So he's feeling confident going into this map number 2, reckoning they could close the series out 2-0 in this one. Maybe that's something they're going to want to do. Like I said, though, we could possibly get a reset in this one. I think we were pretty obvious that we were, because I don't think Shaquille wants to be running high for the entire of this game. Hopefully, though, we don't have to go through that specialist draft, and I got it right this time. It's specialist draft, not rig draft. I got it right this time. I'm learning the old ways.
He's picked up his walkers like slowly but surely.
slowly getting there. slowly getting there. But you still got to pay attention to the other team that they're up against as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it was 250. Like, what, 210, I think it was, around that area. It was definitely close between the two teams. And that's what I expected. Don't take anything away from this McMahon Lakalov. They're definitely a team that still has the capability of forcing this one all the way to that Game 3 search and destroy. And I would say as well, just from what I know from this team, especially the player Samo, their search and destroy game should be strong. So I think if you're Crap at Black Ops 3, you really want to close this one out here. You don't necessarily want to go to that Game 3 search and destroy, just because I know that the players on McMahon Lakalov are quite good players in search and destroy. So interesting to see which way this one could go. But I do expect to see Crap at Black Ops 3 will want to close this one out here.
And Fringe can be sort of akin to what we talk about with Precinct, right? In IW, because it's one that it can either play really slow and you have these really two strong defenses battling it out, or it's one that can snowball all the way through. Remember, our sort of record in Uplink was set back in Black Ops 3 for one crazy sort of scoreline. It was, what, 30-1. I'm pretty sure that was between, like, Rise and TSM back in the CWL last year. So,
oh, yeah, I remember that.
Looking at that, I mean, that's now what, I believe that was broken this year by Orbit, when they were Orbit. I think that was the team that finally broke it. But, hey, there's a lot of scoring potential here on Fringe.
Oh, Shaquille opting to go with Kinetic Armor. A bit of a more favored one, I think, than the Hive finally getting the correct specialist choice for this one. But like I said, guys, everybody that's paying attention, make sure you pay attention and look out for those AR players. They're definitely going to be the big impactful ones, especially from this break as well. Look for that top barn, top grandma's area. There's that gunfight between both of these two teams. And we're going to kick it off with none other than Billy Busted to see what he can do from the bat here. I expect to see him go maybe towards that top red area. Like I said, try and control the middle of the map. Pay attention as well, though, to those sub players. It looks like it's going to be Shaquille, so it's a 3AR1 sub setup. And oh my, what is J-Rezi running? Okay.
There we go. I was about to
At least
say,
he's pre-warned us. He has pre-warned us that if things do start to get a little bit scary, we may see a 48 dredge on the map.
Oh my, that 48 dredge was something that people were complaining about over and over. Billy gets busted right off the break. Look at that. We talked about the breakout strats. McMahon Lakalov looking good here early on, but there we go. The wall starting to form for crap Black Ops 3. That drone has made its way over by fences. Lenny tries to run straight for it and try and get some sort of control set up, but now we get to see both of these teams stack up against each other. Samo had control of the Man of War, ends up going down. A lot of fights over for that L wall position right now, as it looks like Team Crap at Black Ops 3, that's going to be their preferred route to run the drone. But Billy's going to have to clear some things up here in the middle of the map first. Able to pick up one. Meanwhile, Temps, pushed all the way up by Grandma's, has been able to pick up one. That advances the drone a little bit further, all the way through the back, and just like that, Temps up and in. There's your first points.
We normally see that quite a lot as well in Uplink on Fringe, that player that kind of overextends, sits in a position just waiting for the drone to be thrown over the fence, and that's exactly what happened. So the first 2 points, like you said, going on the board in favor of Crapper Black Ops 3, and they're looking to close this one out here and advance to our grand finals. But Linny slays towards the middle of the map, just throw that ball up for a little bit of yardage, and it did try to fall in the path of man like Samo, but he got taken down immediately, and it's back in the hands once again of Crapper Black Ops 3. But there is one player who was playing a little bit slow there, just waiting for them to push, and it was McKee. However, he did end up dropping. Billy trying to get this drone out towards the middle of the map. Finally, it will do that one, but there's no players as of yet overextending, and it looks like the mid-map control will go back in favor of McMahon Lakalov as they do get 4 down. And also, one thing I've missed a lot on this map is that 1-point play over the top of Barn that you can hit from the wall run. Quite a difficult one to hit, but if you line it up perfectly, you can throw consecutive ones after each other. Lako, though, he finds the gap, and he does slide through it. Not going to be able to convert the points, though, as he does go short.
Look at that, all 4 down in favor of Crap Black Ops 3, but remember, the spawn's so important. If you take a whole team down at 1 point, then it'll be really hard for them to come back on the map and take them out. But now we saw the spawns were staggered a little bit. McKee's going to be able to pick up 2, try and stop the push coming in, but the offense too strong. Temps lining up, easy throw on the Grandma, tries to use the house as a backboard. Somehow, some way, doesn't go inside of the goal itself.
Well, we're going to pay attention to every 1 point that's missed because they can really be punishing, but it will be Linny, though, returning the favor, trying to go on a quick overextend after picking up the ball on the defense, but he will get stopped. So good base defense so far coming in from Crapper Black Ops 3. McKee's still trying to play in an aggressive position here, and he will find the kill. That's going to award himself the Heat Wave as well, and the player that's really being the most impactful, you could say, and it will be Heat Wave that comes in, finds one. Shaquille on the base defense, one out. The drone finally not going to go through again. That's another 1-point throw missed. This time it was McMahon Lakalov with a second 1-point throw missed. Crapper Black Ops 3 have missed one as well, but they could have had this game tied up by now.
McMahon Lakalov looking a lot, unfortunately, like Hyper Games in their uplink game. Look at that 1-point toss goes up and it misses again. I mean, say what you want. Remember, this is like a throwback tournament. We've had a lot of change with drone mechanics over the past few months. So some of these players, of course, used to that drone in Infinite Warfare. But let's take a look at Timps right now. Does have control of the active camo, tries to work it inside, but Shaquille comes out. There you go, fully streaked out, the full kit, as a matter of fact, because the kinetic armor was popped in order to get those 2 points out, extending the lead to 4.
They are just taking advantage of Mikman Lakalov when they're missing their ones and converting points of their own. Shaquille 17 and 7. Temps has popped the camo and he's going to try and run all the way through, but Samo this time will be able to find him. Base defense looking good so far for Mikman Lakalov, but really the kind of offense has been really slow, if anything, been shoddy, not being able to convert any points whatsoever. Lacko will find the few kills towards the middle of the map, but will opt to go for the drone, but Temps will be there to stop him, and with 50 seconds remaining on this first half, so far, really, you could say that Mikman Lakalov are kind of losing to themselves. They're beating themselves in this one. They should be at least 3 points, if anything, up on this one and making it a lot more of a closer game. Finally, though, this could be the gap that they need. Samo's got the camo. Surely should be a 2-point play. He's popped it, going for the knee slide off the top, and the heat wave comes through. It will go through eventually. They are set up in a good position here, though. Samo has to find one more kill, and that's the player inside top barn. They're spawning out towards Ali, but it looks like they have actually thrown the drone for yardage. It was Billy who grabbed hold of it, threw it away, just making sure that Mikman Lakalov cannot tie this one up. There's still enough time, though, and they're going to overextend down trains. Let's see what they can do. It's Linny with the Tempest. Lacko in front of him as well. They need to throw the one at least. It goes towards Lacko. Not sure if I agree with it. That play whatsoever, because Lacko really was trying to be the lead blocker there, and Linny just forced him to have the drone in his hands. And this one's going to be 4-2. But think of those 1-point throws and how much Mikman Lakalov could still be in this one.
Lacko needed to pick up that kill, and unfortunately ends up with the drone in his hand. And as you see, the defense collapses on them from Team Crap at Black Ops 3. But yeah, 100% I agree with you on that. For Mikman Lakalov, the offense is there. That is the best 5 minutes of play 100% we've seen from this team throughout the entire time we've spectated them. But something just broke right there at the end when they needed to get those points. Now they're going to be pushing over towards Grandma's. Off the start, you have a Scythe and you have a Tempest in your back pocket utility-wise, but you already have 2 falling down right off the start. Make it 3. Lacko, the last one left up. He's absolutely one shot. This drone going to be stopped in barn finally. Here comes the push. Temps, the long one from downtown, and that one goes up and drops right in.
And Linny's pulled out the Tempest, though, to try and hold a little bit in their base. And finally, he will find the 3 kills, though, and now can begin to push up. But there's just a few more bullets left in that Tempest, but he gets taken down by Billy Busted. And those were streaks coming in as well. I don't know who it was that called those in. I think it was Shaquille. Yeah, he calls in the Trinity Rocket, just trying to secure the base a little bit more. But Samu's found himself in that advanced position where we see the drone thrown over so many times, and it's going to do exactly that. And they're going to tie this, make this game incredibly closer, because they're only down by 1 now. I forgot that Crap at Black Ops 3 managed to convert that 1-point play, but Linny Slays has pushed up aggressively, and this is what we expected to see from them. They're now converting points. The players are spawning out. Surely there should be another 2 coming through, and it is. And finally, we're going to have a lead change.
Why, my Scythe is now coming out as well. Mikman Lakalov, all cylinders engaged. It looks like they're going to try and get some more going. Lacko needs to stay alive here. Able to pick up one, and the Scythe is moved from his power position. There we go. The aggressive Scythe play makes it 3. There's one more. I don't know if he saw the player, but he grabs the drone. You have your teammates right there. He grabs the drone. It's another missed opportunity for them. It could have been easy points. It looks like the drone changes hands once again. Crap at Black Ops 3 not only have the drone, they have the momentum in the middle of the map as well. Shaquille dodging, ducking, and weaving. Set up for the 1-point toss. Forces that one a little bit too soon, and it'll drop just short.
That would have been an insane 1-point play to force so aggressively, and really not even taking into consideration that there's such thing as lead blockers in this game, trying to do it all by himself. Rezi, though, inside the middle, will get the assisted armor from the drone, literally slides past one, throws it for that player, overextending down tracks, and this could be points as well. It looks like instead Shaquille's going to play for the kills inside barn. He's going to try to get one, but no, Linny comes out on top, and that's going to be great base defense. The drone is still live, though. It's in Temp's hands, and he's got camo as well. This should be more points. He's dip, dodging, ducking, weaving, sliding. in and it's through. And that's 7-6 for Crapper Black Ops 3.
Oh man, the movement there, absolutely beautiful. Now look at this. Shaquille's already been able to pick up one. Has been heat waved, almost gets the turn right there at the end. I was gonna say it's all up to Billy, but the overextension from McMahon Lakalov pays dividends as they've now opened up the middle of the map and will have control of the satellite drone. We talked about this rotation. McKee doesn't see the player that comes through. Lenny clears it up. There you go. Camo up in and secured. Lead change once again. 2-minute warning, Jack. This one, a 1-point game.
Camo being the difference so far for both of these two teams as Samo's in another advanced position, and that's an easy 2-point play going through, and it streaks as well. And Samo looking to solidify their spot going into game number 3 to try and advance themselves to the grand finals. McKee's towards the mid-map area. He's got a big kill to make, and he does take down Shaquille, but he will be swiftly traded by Billy, and now they can throw this drone over once again. Temps in the position. He's all the way through. This should be a 1. Is the interception going to come in? And it will do, and they're going to stop it. 10-7 still in favor of this McMahon Lakalov. And they're looking to close this one out. 1 minute 30 remaining in this one, Paradox, and McKee is still in an advanced position.
Here we go. The streaks are going to start to come in from the defense for McMahon Lakalov. That's their last streak. Looks like the only thing they have left is an HCXD in the back pocket. The drone going to be advanced from the other side. Laney has to go up, forces that one back towards the middle of the map. Great play, just throwing that one back for a little bit of yards. But Rezi in an important position here. Heat Wave secures the kill, but he's been taken out. Shaquille, though, has been able to make it in. Does have the kinetic, doesn't even need it. There you go, the beatdown, the toss. That's a 1-point up and in. 14 Crap Black Ops 3. It's a 1-possession game. Looked like they were able to grab it right off the start. It really comes down to what Rezi's able to do. He's only able to pick up 1. Crap at Black Ops 3 now forced on the back foot.
Few things to pay attention to as well. This Crap at Black Ops 3 team has no specialist available whatsoever. Linny does though in. It's the Tempest. He goes for the 1, trying to throw it up and over, but that's not going to go in. But the pressure's still being applied to the enemy base, and maybe it could be McKee that goes through. He pops the heat wave. He goes up, but it's only a 1. It's 27 seconds remaining. They've got to go now. Crap at Black Ops 3 have to turn this one around really, really quickly, or we're going to a game 3 search and destroy. Samuel's pushed up, playing aggressive. The drone comes through. It's thrown to Samuel. Manual pass comes up, and that's going to solidify the game. Baby, we're going to search and destroy.
Oh my God, we can see search and destroy decided between both of these teams. McMahon Lakalov finally got the push they needed in the second half of this game, because that first half they had so many scoring opportunities and were not able to convert. When the game was on the line, they stepped up like no other. Let's take a look at your final kill cam here. This one, McKee applying pressure with the inmate, and that's something that they were able to do so well in the closing minutes of that game. When they had the pressure, they didn't let go. They kept overextending. They kept coming up on top in those key engagements, clearing the way for their teammates to score.
I'm just happy for McMahon Lakalov as well that they're able to win that game, because the amount of 1-point throws that were missed in that first half, and the 100% reason why they went in down towards into that second half, they turned it around massively. They were able to convert some amazing points. I mean, props to Samo as well. 5 carries for his team. And really, for me, Samo was playing with the man of war for a little bit. He was able to push towards that top Grandma's area. And once he picked up a few kills, he kind of backed up towards top Grandma's, towards the window, waited for the drone to be passed to him. And when he got the drone in his hand, straight down the staircase and back up for another possession play. This one's going to game 3 search and destroy, and I said to pay attention to a few things if we got there, that the team that Samo is on, this McMahon Lakalov team, are known for good search and destroys, especially a highlight player would be Samo. He is insane at search and destroy throughout Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. He's been dominant with that one. And then you've got to take a look at this other team as well. I mean, this, for me, does it kind of prove when Billy isn't having an explosive performance, this team just doesn't hang?
I feel like it's a bit hard to come to that conclusion, but Billy is definitely a key factor on this team, at least from what we've seen so far. Because remember, he's playing with some talented players. All these guys are able to go on streaks when necessary. It just seemed like something in that uplink game just didn't work. And we can see that sometimes with pickup teams, with teams that really haven't played with each other that much, because uplink is really team-oriented. Unless you really, really know what you're doing going into it, it can be a difficult one to pick up.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think it's Stronghold Search and Destroy Paradox that we're going into for game number 3.
Ooh.
I think I'm right in saying that. I'm not too sure, though. Stronghold, Search and Destroy. I think just Search and Destroy in general, Paradox. Like, remember what we were talking about earlier, for anybody that has just joined us, how impactful be. And I just can't wait to see a player glitch and get a 1v2 or a camo that wins in the round. I'm looking for that type of stuff because I just want to see those those explosive specialist players. And I am right, it is Stronghold, Search and Destroy. Now, talk to me a little bit, Paradox, and the guys that are tuning in here about Stronghold as a map.
All right, so Stronghold, when you look at it for Search and Destroy, one thing that can be really important and one thing that I'm actually looking out for off the break is seeing if a team can really establish control by possibly bringing out some snipers to play, right? That's something that we saw so much, the SVG really coming in. And then you think the sights in this one, if you're just coming over from like IW or something, I sort of think of it like playing Throwback. Honestly, kind of,
Okay.
or even Retaliation, because what you normally go for is, I believe it's the B site here on Stronghold around that fire pit area. Of course, you can go to the opposite side, you can go into that lower mansion and go for the rotation, but a lot of the time, you're able to establish that control in the middle of the map. That frees up that lane, and you're able to get a bomb plant down.
Yeah, definitely. I think the snipers is probably the main thing I'm taking from that as well, Paradox, that we expect to see here. I mean, especially the kind of spawn snipes. I mean, you can really you can get first bloods quite quickly on a map like Stronghold. Especially off the wall here, you can see just to the left of the picture in our Banner Protectors, we're going through it. A lot of snipers jump above that tree line and can pick a few players. And you've also got to think of your sub players, and if they get into bedroom and into the actual mansion itself, they can cause many problems. I think I would expect to possibly see this more go towards the B bomb area. Than the A bomb. But you never know. I think this map, the one thing I really liked about Stronghold more than anything, Paradox, is if you take a look at Infinite Warfare, there's a lot of one bomb maps. And what I mean by one bomb maps is that most teams, 90% of teams, will push that bomb over and over again because it's a lot easier to take control of. I feel that on Stronghold, neither of these bombs are easy to take control of. Like, it's very 50-50. And if you're making a choice, you have to commit as a team. Like, these are not bombs that you can take individually by yourself, or you can make hero plays like I think you can in Infinite Warfare. I think like the bombs are so close to each other that the defensive team does have an advantage. But I think the way the map's set up, the defensive team can be broken so easily. So it's a really balanced map for me in Search and Destroy, and I'm really excited for us to kick it off and find out which way this one's going to go.
We're going to have to see. Specialist draft underway. Active camo going to be picked up by Samo. Of course, you start to move into the later rounds here in Search and Destroy in either of the games that have active camo. That is one of your big playmakers. On the other side, I really do want to see how Billy uses glitch. One of my favorite and probably one of the most unfortunate memories I have of Black Ops 3 happened with a misuse of glitch, and funny enough, it was on the same map. I feel like if the poor player who's watching this is watching right now, I know he's probably sick of me always bringing that up, but hey, I just can't forget that.
Yeah, glitch. I mean, how many times have we seen players like clutch up, they get the first kill, they glitch, and then they're off the map?
Exactly. You have to be able to time that correctly.
Definitely. Well, the interesting thing to pay attention to as well in the Banner Protect that we just had, that all flashbangs and all nades got taken away. So that's one thing to pay attention to, because think, for example, when you're on defense, Paradox, and you're in that top mansion area, I mean, the player that's head glitching that desk, that table, and basically his job is just to watch top mansion and make sure nobody can push from bedroom. Really, the only way to take that player out of there, unless you can hit perfect shots, is with a nade.
Yep.
And the fact there are no nades, I mean, EMPs are still in. That's one thing to pay attention to. EMPs made it through. And that's another big thing to pay attention to, is because EMPs can be so good at taking out HC cars. Now, HCXDs, I think, like, the difference from Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 is obviously you've got the RC8. Is it the RC car? What is it? What's it called in IW?
Scarab.
Scarab, that's the one. If somebody's running Flak Jacket, you don't get a kill. And a lot of people run Flak Jacket in Infinite Warfare, whereas in S&D on Black Ops 3, HXDs can actually pick up some very important kills, and if not kills, very important intel. So expect to see the HC cars be used and utilized more, I would say, in this game than in Infinite Warfare. And those EMPs will definitely come in big for taking those out as well as stopping specialists. We saw it happen earlier when the kinetic armor, the player pop kinetic armor and a quick EMP, and that guy's kinetic armor is completely been taken out. But anyway, 9 seconds remaining in this one. It's the creator class stage currently between these two teams. Anything else really standing out for you that you've seen from the specialist draft, or any type of impact specialist you expect to see on this map?
Right now, I mean, you think kinetic armor is something that we've beaten home about, and heat wave, right? Just because of the impact potential that they do have, and especially if you're on the offensive side coming over trying to attack Mansion, if you have kinetic armor or heat wave or even active camo, you can work your way inside of the bedroom, inside toward that computers area, right inside of that sort of lab area inside the house. You have that overhang towards the middle of the map and have a clear line of sight on the bomb side as well. That's something that can be really interesting for the defense. If you're stonewalled and you have to just hold up and take care and really defend that B site, things can get a bit tricky unless you have an AR like Assault on your side.
Oh yeah, obviously, of course. And this map kind of brings back memories for me when I talk about Optic at Call of Duty Champs.
Dude,
And we saw the infamous Cloud9 Search and Destroy map where it came down to that B bomb site, that final push, Formal left in that 1v1 versus Ricky, and well, some crazy moments throughout the entirety of Call of Duty history have happened on this specific map, and I can't wait to kick it off because this is our decider game to find out which one of these two teams will advance to our grand finals and play for the chance to win the Esports Hub Black Ops 3 4v4 variant tournament. Give me a player to kick it off with. Actually, really quick, Paradox. Give me two players that we're looking for. One from Crapper Black Ops 3 and one from McMahon Lakalov.
All right, I'm looking at Samo right now. Samo and Laney from McMahon Lakalov, honestly. And then, of course, we got to look at Shaquille and Billy. So I'll give you two for both sides. Right now, looking at the defense, Billy's already been able to establish that control in the middle of the map. But look at this. One player's been able to sneak all the way behind enemy lines. That Shaquille spots one. There's your first blood.
And Lacko towards the mid-map area, though, playing that little bit of defense. He will get taken out, and immediately we're in a 2 versus 2. But Samo's already found his way into bedroom, and I was talking about how the subs, they get into this area, they can cause a lot of problems, and he's already slid across as well without being spotted. It's going to be Linny towards the bottom, and Thames destroys him, and it's a 1 versus 2. Samo knows he's down low, but he's spotted from behind, and it's going to be McMahon. McMahon. No, Crapper Black Ops 3. I got my two names mixed up. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I don't even know what's going on, Paradox. But yeah, it's going to be Crapper Black Ops 3 that are able to win this first round.
Let's take a look at how that one went. It was Billy cleaning that one up, ends up with 2 kills in that round. The other side, that's pretty much a trade back and forth, standard search and destroy that you would expect to see in this game between two teams of this caliber. Right now, though, Crapper Black Ops 3 going to be on the attack.
Oh, here's the sniper, Rezi.
Uh-oh. All right, Rezi. Let's see what you can do. The SVG has returned. The thermal. Remember, those trees back there, that entire tree line was thickened, so you can't spot players through the trees anymore.
I completely forgot about that, but Thames is playing aggressive. It's Lacko that finds him, though. And Rezi, I think, is actually using... What's the perk called again? Where you could get to overkill, is it? Where you get to have a primary? Yep, that's what he's going to be using. So Rezi has the VMP in his back pocket, but let's take a look at Samo, though. He's also going to be returning with a PO6, one of my favorite snipers in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Basically, the M8 with a sniper scope is going to be in the hands of Samo, but while this is all going on, McMahon and Lakalov only have 2 players left alive. Shaquille going to be playing aggressive as he pushes up towards the bomb site, spots one below him as well. There's Samo flying high. Rezi last alive with the sniper and the VMP. Bombs down in an awkward situation. He's going to back up. Maybe could jump out the map here. Don't want to give him specialists or feed anything, but no, actually, he's going to tell me to shut up as he's going to try and clutch this 1 versus 4.
So it looks like he picked up this VMP from a teammate or someone who fell on the map. Already picked up one, has one over the rocks. There you go. Picked up both. And remember, he has the sniper, so he can return the favor. Oh my God, I almost thought he had it.
Can you imagine if Samo peeked?
Time counting down, just 10 seconds left. You see, for the defense, both these players just going to run away, try and secure the round. For Rezi, you can get a little bit greedy and try and pick up one more here. But of course, we see the outlines. Players do not knows that the player is there right there at the end. That's got to be a bit frustrating for Team McMahon Lakalov. They're able to secure a round.
Tied a piece in this one. Lacko starting off 3-2 in this one. Great start from him. We're switching the sides once again, and it is going to be McMahon Lakalov that are going to be the offensive team. Last time they tried to force their way through that mansion area. Didn't end up working in their favor, though, but let's stay on board with them, though, see what it is that they're going to try this time. And it looks like the sniper has been put away by Samo. I don't think anybody on the offensive team will have a sniper in their hand. However, on the other side, it looks like, yeah, they're going to go for a full primary weapon setup instead of pulling any snipers out once again. This time, Shaquille, though, not playing as aggressive as we saw him last time. He's playing a little bit base defense with this one. I think, actually, I am wrong. Samo has the PO6 in his hand. And Rezi, I think, also does as well. Can he get the first pick on this B-bomb site? Billy's going to be there, though. He finds the first one. Wallbang trying to come through. It will not happen. as Billy does back up, but a man advantage for their team.
Samo with the overkill once again. This PO6 hasn't been too lucky so far. But look at McKee. Working his way all the way through the bunker. The player right here on the opposite side. That's Billy. And with those inmate shots being as crispy as they've been the past few maps, that's not an engagement that you really want to look at. You're in that situation. McMahon, Lakalov up top, inside of the mansion. McKee was able to take out Billy. Going to give him a little bit more space to work with here on the right side of the map. We're starting to see this bomb go down at B.
McKee's going to have to be the player to save Samo's life once again, but no, they come from behind and they're going to trap him inside, and that will be the round all and over. Shaquille coming around with the perfect flank. He waited patiently for the entire round towards that bottom mansion area, and finally will push at the correct time and will get the defuse as well, putting him even closer to that HCXD and also towards that kinetic armor. So a big offensive round win. Sorry, a big defensive round win there for that team crap at Black Ops 3. And they're going to switch sides and try their hands at another offensive push. Just pay attention though, Paradox. Shaquille is doing well so far, 3 and 2. He's getting close to that kinetic armor.
Ooh, that Splice camo looking nice with the headshot from Shaquille. Looks like Team Black Ops 3 poised to go a little bit further here in this search and destroy. Remember, this is a semi-final matchup. The winner of this one advances to our grand final today. Team Crap at Black Ops 3 will be here right off the start. Let's take a look at Rezi. Spots one over the middle of the map already. Going to play this one over by half. All the PO6 shots coming in once again from Samo. Not hitting anything just yet for the defense. Ooh.
Samo's fired a whole round of that PO6. Not found anybody yet. But while that's all been going down, though, they've managed to find a little bit of space inside bedroom here. And towards this top mansion area, there will be one on the back, though, watching it. That is going to be Linny Slays, and he's going to be waiting for the push to come through. But while that's also been going down, B-bomb's completely open. Shaquille's began the plant already. He will find himself the HCXD. And now he will back up, but no, there's McKee towards the bottom as he finds the first kill. There's going to be Linny as well. That's only a 2 versus 4 left now. It's Rezi and his teammate Billy. Billy drops Rezi. You're in a 1 versus 4. It's the second time you've been in this situation. The diffuser's already coming through, though. Can Rezi get the diffuser?
No, he hasn't even checked the bomb.
Oh, Samo, stop diffusing, though. Will he go through?
He spots
he finds
another one.
one.
Oh my god, no!
Oh.
He goes for the push. Right after that, he was one shot. Samo comes through. The defuse is in. And just like that, we're tied up at 2 apiece. Oh my god.
That was the second time Rezi almost clutched a 1 versus 4. Last time he found 2 kills. Honestly, if I see Rezi in another 1 versus 4, I'm going to expect him to clutch it.
Yeah, I am too. Like 100%. At some point, the coin has to flip, right? Like, holy god, what is going on? I want to see, does Samo still have this in the back pocket? Looks like the sniper hasn't gone away for now.
Got overkill.
Oh, does
He must have it somewhere in that back pocket, but he's playing aggressive with the coup de 4. Now, though, it's the PO6. If anything, he has in his back pocket, but look how pushed up both of these two teams are. They're all in mansion control, and this is exactly where this McMahon Lakanov are going to push, but Billy Busty comes through. He finds the first kill. He will get traded, however, by Lacko. Then McKee will find one. Then Lacko will trade that one out as well. He's the trade master at the minute, and it's going to be a 2 versus 2 as it's Temps and Rezi versus Linny and Lacko, and they are pushing up this top bedroom area. Lacko will get picked and will now, I guess, back up and maybe go for that B bomb plant. Is expecting one player to peek down low. Lacko knows there was going to be a player there, but the one's pushed up to bedroom. That's Thames. Lacko's left in a 1 versus 2 and find a nice 2-piece. And once again, this one is going to be 3-2, but will we see it tied up? For me, Paradox, in this game, I feel like whichever team here can get that round advantage, that 2-round advantage, you know, stop the back and forth from happening, we'll take the search and destroy.
Yeah, that's something that we sort of go back to time and time again as casters, for anyone new watching. Like, when you start to finally establish that little bit of a lead, it can pay off so much, especially in the later stages of the game. Billy not going to pick up the bomb this time. That one's going to go over to Temps, who has the SVG, and VMP spots one. Of course, cold-blooded coming through on the other side, makes it harder. Samo comes through and wins this sniper battle. That's your first blood right there. And what a heck of a start to this one. Oh my god.
Rezi also has the HXD car as well, so maybe we see that come out, but there will be one player behind the bar, and Shaquille has read it. It's Lacko that drops. Ties this one up back to a 3 versus 3. And Rezi knows, does he know this is players just to his left towards the bottom of the mansion? What player are they going to call here? Maybe a rotation back, maybe a push towards that top kitchen, but here we go. This is what I expected. The HC car comes out, spots one player out towards the front, pushed up, and he's actually going to play aggressive. He's going to chase him with the car, and he's basically just baited out the entire of that HGXD car. It was McKee. He's backed up, but here comes that bedroom push that we see so popular so often in Black Ops 3. Rezi leading the way. He has the bomb as well. His teammates pushes up kitchen. That's Shaquille. He finds the intro kill. Now the collapse begins as one player's flanking for bedroom, though. That's McKee. He's coming all the way around the back. He finds Billy. And Jay Rezi will find the two-piece, takes down Samo, turns around and trades out his teammate's death on Rezi there. McKee came in and traded out the death on Billy, and Rezi finds a nice two-piece here in your final kill cam. And now, pay attention to what I said, Paradox. I mentioned, didn't I, how whichever two teams would get that 2-round advantage would close out this series, and it's so far, it's Mickman Lakalov that are looking like they might do it. And you've got to think as well, Paradox, Samo must be kicking himself. You need to win S&D rounds when you get first blood.
Take a look. We're starting to get to that point where a lot of these specialists are going to come in handy. Lenny does have control of Glitch. Billy has that same as well. Rez is going to be one to watch going forward because he does have the heat wave. Look at this. Strong hit over towards the cliff side for the defense. Meanwhile, Samo still raining down shots with the PO6. Has been spotted, has to back up. Doesn't have enough ammo left in the back pocket. Billy, just like that, is the last one up. Spots one. Oh my god, Billy, don't do that one. Whoo! He almost comes out on top in a 1v4, able to connect with two. The third one just a little bit too far away. We see Lenny cleaning it up here.
Do you know what the scary thing is, though, is Mickman Lakalov are looking shaky in these 1v4s. Every single time. I mean, that's 3 occasions now where they've had players drop in the 1v4.
You've lost 6 players in 1v4s. Like, that's unacceptable.
You need to be closing them out quicker. Anyway, like you said, specialists are key, and every specialist is live for Mickman Lakalov now, apart from Lako's kinetic armor. So we've got Glitch, we've got Camo, and we've got Heatwave. Over on the other side, Billy's got that Glitch, Rezi's got the Heatwave, and Shaquille and Tem's still not near theirs just yet, but there's one player pushed up in bedroom, and it's McKee. If anyone jumps in, they're going to get the power of the Heatwave come through on him, but no, he plays quite aggressive there, maybe too aggressive, and he will end up getting picked off. 4-3, still in the favor of Crapper Black Ops 3, but Samo's in an interesting position. If he spots this player, rocks, goes for the shot, he makes him weak. Will not clean up the kill, though. The bomb's trying to force his way out towards the middle of the map. Samo has gone up and high and spots one. There's another player to his left, though. It was Shaquille in the RC car. He's managed to stay alive, though. And Shaquille is on a hot pursuit right now. There's 2 players behind him. The bomb goes down at B. Will he be able to find these 2 kills?
Oh, Shaquille, there's one.
The second one's behind him. It is going to be Lako. And now it's a 1v1. This is a massive, massive round for Mickman Lakalov. Because if Crapper Black Ops 3 win this, they're 1 round away from closing it out. And the player is right next to him. He's actually overextended through into bunker. They've run completely past each other. It's Thames, who is 1 kill from the camo as well. So think of how important that could be. He's actually gained the camo. He's going to get the kill.
Oh my, what?
Let's go. What
No
just
way.
happened there? Thames, with the most insane timing, overextends through bunker, just pre-aims perfectly at the right time this middle part here, and will find the kill on Lako, and has awarded himself camo for that final round as well.
What in the world? That was one where I really thought that was going to go the other way, and we'd have a tie at 4-all, but instead, Team Crap at Black Ops 3 are 1 defense away, and at this one, look at this. They have Glitch, they have active camo, they have Heatwave, they have everything they need. But Mickman Lakalov have some of those same specialists available. They're going to be able to pick up first blood. That's Lenny opening things up. Look at this, though. Lako has one coming up behind him. Does spot the player. Moves up. Won't be able to take out Rezi, so it's 3 up on either side.
I think 4 specialist use will come in here as well. They need this round, so expect to see the heat wave, if anything, from McKee. But Linny gets killed from Shaquille. It's a 2 versus 3. Samo's backed up, pulls the PO6
Oh my
rips the head
God.
off Billy. Puts us in a 2 versus 2, and the heat wave is still live. The camo is still live as well. What has Rezi and Shaquille got? Heat wave of their own. Kinetic from Shaquille. McKee is now going. He's going to begin the push. He goes up top. There's one player towards the top, though. The shots come in. Oh, my God. He takes out Shaquille somehow. There's one more player behind him as well. And we're in a 1 versus 1. Heat wave. Camo's popped. Samo looking for him. Heat wave comes through.
Buddy.
There's no way. Rezi pops the heat wave, takes the camo off Samo, sees him pop it, hears it ringing in his ear, and pops that heat wave and cleans up this game. We have had this team advance to the grand finals. Mick Manlakalov go out the tournament, and what an insane final round to close this one out.
Well, boy, this ain't Infinite Warfare where the active camo is completely invisible. You have that little glimmer, the little sheen, and as soon as that's spotted, the heat wave comes through, and as we said, the pound for pound best specialist in all of Black Ops 3 comes through and secures that game for Team Crap at Black Ops 3. That was an absolutely great search and destroy. This is a series, as you said before, it kind of feels like it was a final before the final. Of course, we do have a team that has advanced to the final. That's Proxy Page, and they're going to have to go against a team in Crap at Black Ops 3 that were just put to the test.
A team that we've stuck on board with for a reason. They've managed to prove why they have this grand final spot going into it. It's a best of 5, I'm pretty sure, as well, Paradox, which means this one could go all the way to that game 5. Really, they've had formidable opponents as well. This has not been an easy run for this Crap at Black Ops 3 team. They've come up against some players that we recognized from previous tournaments and recognized from the previous league that we hosted as being good players. So, will Shaquille, after retiring at the end of Black Ops 3, be able to return 7 months later and guarantee his first win back on the sticks in Black Ops 3? Or will we see the team that's made it all the way to the finals and yet to appear on the live stream? Will we see them crowned as the champions of our Talk Show Tournament Tuesday? Guys, stick around and don't go anywhere, because when we return, it's the grand finals of the Black Ops 3 variant. They can't get anything going. Finally, Trinity Rocket comes through. 50 points from the bombardment. With only 20 seconds remaining on this hill, streaks will come through, and you can see them coming down now. Minical with his streaks as well. Another Trinity Rocket came through from Jexo. Not enough time. Baby, we're going to game 5.
Oh my God. 100-point club. 250 to 85. Your final score in Wallbang too strong. Meanwhile, Skittles and company. Skittles looks like just loves putting shots into the back of Gags every single time. This player's just trading back and forth. But Skittles is able to thread the needle quite consistently. Does it there once again, taking out Tisso. The push still coming in. This back stairs. Skittles just locking it down. It's like, hey, all right, I see you. 2 bursts, you're dead.
Skittles really being able to turn around his game now, 20-20 for his squad with 2 captures and 3 defense. Really good job of juggling that hard point for streaks. Meanwhile, Tampa, 7 captures, 4 defense with 23 kills and 15 deaths. He's really putting up some numbers here and continues to do so, as now it is going to be We Are So Bad that continues to pull away with a nice lead, and the rotation has been missed by a little bit, but the Stealth Chopper is going to be able to clean up a lot of kills now.
That's just huge amount of aerial ordnance coming out from this team. Joe is still trying to maintain some position in the middle of the map, but they can't. Skittles still has not died. I can't force that enough. This is a 12 streak, combined 16 for this team, and now they have control of the hill once again. And not only do they have control, they're pushing out as well. Skittles able to spot one, cleans that one up, had a player pushing in from his right, but the teammate support, the teamwork, the positioning for this team is so good. You look past the name, and this is just exactly what I would wanted to see, because we saw such a great matchup in Series 1, and it looks like we're seeing it again, 14 in a row before he's finally shut down. Scarab to the party. Picked up anything in the momentary break into chaos.
This is a big defense. 2 versus possible 4 here, because obviously Bray Wyatt's teammates spawned out as the push came through. Minical finds one, Jordy finds the other one. The last player comes through to contest, and there's going to be only 1 more player left. And what a defensive play from Bray Wyatt. At one point then, Paradox, there was only 2 of them versus 4 players from OBN Youth, and yet they still hold on, and now the lead increases even more. This one looks like it could go game 5, and baby, I'll be so excited if it does.
Cal spots one all the way across the bridge, picks it up, fills it up, make it 7 in a row. 8-1 start for Minical. Bray Wyatt look posed to force the game number 5, and let's see if they can hold control of Hangar Operation coming up next. Johnny W clears the back, picked up 1. Minical eyes on inside of the hill. The team shots coming all the way through. Jambo tried to sneak behind enemy lines, wasn't able to do a thing.
And the interesting thing is as well, Minical is showing his versatility as a player. He's decided to put away the ERAD and decided to stop playing incredibly aggressive and gone for kind of a more formal role. Pulls out the MV4 and is just playing for picks to assist his teammates. He's on a 9 streak, and I said, Minical, this is your stage. You have to take it with both hands, and he is doing exactly.
Grandma's Unsolution is waiting inside. Here comes the engagement all the way around. Tried to move in for the knife, shut down. Be Sweaty and company have control, and look at the map. It is wide open, but it's wide open for one reason. There was a counter pull, both flags out, the other one in possession of Thampa.
Yes, and Thampa has been able to really advance himself all the way back alley, but unfortunately now has to play his life. And this is a stalemate that could go down the remaining few seconds if these players with the flags are able to stay alive. Sweaty in a good position, in a better position even than Thampa is. Thampa's just flirting with disaster, does get taken down there. Will the return come through? But 2 kills go through. The flag is still revived on the other side. On both sides it's revived. Now it's all about that last second return. And right now, the flags are back at base, and the score will go through. It's a 3-2 last second score, and that will be the victory right there coming through.
SDLK show up right at the end once again. Oh my god. Both flags out. Comes right down to a last second engagement. They come out on top inside of the back alley. Just like that. Standoff, always a treat to come.
Players on Wheel of Jetpack, they've backed up. Cryptic knows there's one back bus. He's stuck in a corner though. He's going to get peppered by shots from everywhere. Lone Wolf finds a kill somehow. Cryptic's still alive. He goes up. He takes that one. He pops the camo. He's going to surely find this kill as well. He goes up in the air. The player slides away. And he finds the kill. Fortunately for Wheel of Jetpack, they're going to find that kill. It's 5-4. and gentlemen, here we go. It is the grand finals of the 4v4 Black Ops 3 variant, brought to you by the Esports Hub Talk Show. Yes, that's right, it's the Talk Show Tournament Tuesday for a reason. But why is it called that? Really quickly, we host a talk show every single Thursday where you guys can come and vote for which game you want to play on the next following Tuesday after this one. So this one won, and now we've reached the grand finals of it, and we're going to decide our winner. We've got Crap at Black Ops 3, a team that we followed throughout the entirety of this stream, and they've made it all the way here with the plays from Billy, plays from Shaquille, Rezi, and Temps. And they're going up against a team that we're yet to cast: Proxy Page, Sylvester, So Soviet, Raven, and Aethusa Jr. My name is Campbell, and joining alongside me is the wonderful and talented Paradox.
Yo,
I am
yo.
excited for this one because remember, this ain't no best of threes no more. This isn't Child's Play, Paradox.
Oh, yeah.
It's a grand final best of 5.
Oh, it's time, man. Best of 5. Here we go. We get to start things out as you see on your screen with Breach Hardpoint. Then we move over to Redwood, which you haven't seen throughout all of today for Search and Destroy. We move over to Evac for some uplink action. Then we're switching things up on you. You thought it was going to be CTF? No, 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 no. We're doing a second Hardpoint. This one going to be on Stronghold, and then we end things with Infection, Search, and Destroy. So I hope you like Snow, because this series is full of it for the final 2 maps if we do go the distance. And looking at Crap at Black Ops 3, I mean, they just had to go to a Game 3 in that semifinal matchup on Stronghold. I think they are ready and fired up to go into this Hardpoint.
A good thing for us as well, we've had the chance to see all 3 game modes played by this Crap at Black Ops 3, so we know what we're expecting when we're going into the individual game modes. And well, if we start with Hardpoint, that's how it always starts. And Crap at Black Ops 3 for me, Paradox, have looked like a formidable opponent for this Proxy Page team. Like I said, me and Paradox are yet to have the chance to cast this Proxy Page team, so we don't know what to expect as of yet. But we damn right know what we're expecting from the player Billy over on Crap at Black Ops 3.
Oh man, Billy's been tearing things up the entire time. And Billy's going to have the Purifier here, which of course will come in really handy when we move into that green hardpoint, right? So that's really where that one really comes out to play. On the other side though, I'm really interested and intrigued by this pick from Sylvester. Pulling out the Tempest, of course, going to opt to go for some of those long-range engagements. Of course, when you're trying to lock down some of the spawns on this map, the Tempest can come in really handy. You can also use it to delay a push from the other side. Honestly, though, this isn't just because of Billy. I just lean over towards that Purifier side because of the sheer utility you have inside of the hardpoint with it.
And this is the thing, that's kind of been the battle between those 2 specialists really throughout the entirety of Black Ops 3 was whether the Tempest or the Purifier was the more formidable opponent, the more formidable weapon to take on the opponent with. And I think, you know, you've got to take into consideration that, okay, close quarters, the Purifier, for example, like you said, P2, if Billy can get involved in that area, or maybe even inside Palace, could do some damage with that specific specialist. But then the Tempest, you've got to think of those players that are trying to rotate, or when it comes down to that mid-map area, take into consideration one other thing as well, that Tempest has an effect where it can split onto other enemies around the hill as well. So if you fire a Tempest bullet inside the hill, you can deal about the similar damage that the Purifier could do anyway. So really, the Tempest has a little bit more versatility, I would say, Paradox, than the Purifier does. It can be used really anywhere around the map, whereas the Purifier, you've kind of got to get it in those locations to use it. But anyway, this one is on its way and it's kicking off now. The specialists have been chosen, the score streaks have been picked, and we're ready to kick off our grand final here, the Black Ops 3 4v4 variant, hosted and sponsored by the Esports Hub Talk Show. My name is Campbell, joined alongside Paradox, and we're just really, really excited to get this one going. Make sure you follow our Twitters, they'll be down below. Make sure you also follow the Esports Hub Talk Show Twitter as well. That will also be in there. Wow, score streaks though. What are we expecting to see? Anything crazy, Paradox?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, these 2 teams that have made it towards the final, I do think that Proxy Page had some crazy stuff going on in their run up to this, just as we saw Raps in our first series of the day. But here at the end, I feel like all of those bets are off. You do have Thames playing a little bit higher in the score streak category.
Oh, the raid.
Looking at everyone else, it seems pretty by the meta.
By the meta is exactly the word I would have used for that one as well. But I want to go on board with Raven to kick this one off, because this is a team, like I said, we're yet to see on the stream. And let's see what they can do off the break to shut down this team, Crap at Black Ops 3, who've been dominating throughout this entire tournament. And the slides are going to come through, the knee slides through, and they're going to be the first team inside the hill. Is Raven and Aethusa Jr. inside. And there's a shotgun from Rezi. He's going to go for the KRM as he's going to push through. Sylvester will take out his teammate. Crap at Black Ops 3 find their way into the hill. And we got to pay attention to Rezi, who's using overkill for that shotgun and the VMP to see when he decides to use that.
Rezi's made his way into research, but is now backed up, using the sub to secure one. Now it's in a little bit of danger as Proxy Page keep up their assault on the middle of the map. Knee pads in full effect as the slides are coming out. Sylvester gonna rock the French. Well, the French organization, Millennium, has picked up a double kill with the nade and now has one more just to his right. That one looks like gonna come from the back, but Proxy Page, one really good thing you can look at their hold so far. They've been able to really establish that buffer from them and the hard point, and now look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Notice where J Rezi spawns, all the way on the opposite side of the map. Proxy Page gonna put some pressure over here, back research, and try and set up for the Cage's hard point.
One thing that's been really impactful so far as well is Sylvester's uses of the lethals. He's been using the nades to throw in towards that middle hard point and found a lot of kills with him, but even the M8 in his hand as well puts him on that 4 streak as his teammates now can begin to push around the back and converge inside this hill. It's going to be Sylvester that slides through, the hip fire comes through, and there's streaks already as Raven's going to assist in pushing those players even further out. And this is the first time that we've really seen slaying power matched against this Crapper Black Ops 3 team, something we've not really seen throughout this entire tournament. But there's Rezi with the shotgun, and he finds their 2-piece, and they are going to tie this game up.
Now, look at this. Shaquille's going to be the next one in line to take out some players for Proxy Page. One's going to challenge inside of the lab. Looks like that one doesn't go. Soviets flying through the air, comes in, has one, almost picks up the second. Rezi able to stay alive. The shotgun won't be able to get the damage done in time. 8 seconds left. This scrap time going to go over to Proxy Page, and it looks like they're set up inside of the Palace as well.
Palace rotation comes through. Proxy Page, like you said, Raven and his teammate Aethusa both in the opposite corners with each other, but it will be the intro kill from Temps that comes through first as he finds it on Raven. Aethusa's doing everything he can to stay alive inside, and for now, it's good enough. Anybody gonna look to push out this side? You know, nobody don't want to be stacked 4 in the hill. You want to kind of play aggressively outside these 2 doorways and pin the other team back. Aethusa still alive inside. It's contested for now, but his teammate Raven's come back from his life to assist him. Raven's still inside. There's one player pushes the wall run, and
oh my god,
shuts him down, and they will hold on to this hill for even more seconds.
Raven has Shaquille getting ready to push as well. There you go. That's 4 in a row. Raven absolutely doing work. Teammates going to clear out the front of the hard point and clear way for the submachine gun player. Looks like Raven might be able to come up behind one more. Didn't spot the player going upstairs. Spotted one over inside of green, but then the pinch comes in. Raven's taken out. 3 seconds. All going to go over towards Proxy Page. But look at Crap at Black Ops 3. They're set up inside of green. Looks like Billy gonna have to wait to see that purifier come in just yet. They need to establish their control early on. They've already lost 1 player, make it 2. That leaves it all up to Temps to make the hero plays inside. The 3-man push coming over from Proxy Page is more than enough for them to take the lead.
I'm reiterating something I've already said. This is the first time we've seen a team really hold Crapper Black Ops 3 back. And it's going to be the heat wave that comes in from Aethusa. He slides through, finds the kill, snaps onto the second, and that's Temps that drops. But it was Rezi that found his way inside the hill. But immediately, once again, is back in the hands of Proxy Page, and they've gained control of this hill. And we're rotating back over towards that middle hill. It's going, we're going all the way over to the opposite side of the map, sorry. But take a look at Camo play, possibly coming in from Soviet. He could look to break into this hill or maybe even push around the back, try to play for those spawns. He's going to look to pop it. No, he's confident enough in his ability, and maybe that's a little bit of a... I don't really know if I agree with that one. Maybe he could have popped the camera and guaranteed the kill there.
You say it's a little bit of an ill-advised play. You're guaranteed to pretty much lock up spawns if you pop the camo in that situation, because that player had no idea you were going to be there. Now this puts a lot of pressure on Raven. Already able to pick up 1, make it 2 for the team. Does have control of the kinetic armor. The teammate support is here. So if the call comes through that they have to push, this is a push that you can make. Just wait for the health to come back, and it looks like here we go. Aethusa opening things up, picked up 1 inside. Soviet's going to follow it up, has 1 behind, won't be able to pick that one up. Sylvester falls inside as well. Aethusa going to try and make the last man stand inside of the hill. It won't go down.
What did Shaquille just do? He finds 3, still pushing out as well, and that's the 4th. He's got kinetic armor, maybe try to play for those streaks as well as he's going on that low wall and trying to play more aggressively towards their side. Finds another one, takes down Raven, pops up to the top and tries to take that player down as well, and it will not go through. Rezi's picking up the scrap time, and they've tied this, they've made this game a lot more closer, I should say, than it was before. Proxy Page still, however, in the lead. Another 3 players go down. The last player is inside the hill. That's going to be Aethusa, and Shaquille slides through once again. being that impact player for their team.
We're seeing a couple ill-advised shots coming in from Crap at Black Ops 3. The amount of team kills is uncharacteristic for this team. You get one with the Tempest, and then Shaquille comes through and shuts it down with the HCXD. Looks like they knew that there was one player threatening them on the opposite side of the map. That's Soviet flying through the air. Get a couple of shots with the AR. Turns that one into a kill. Looks like Camo was popped by Temps. Gets behind enemy lines. Comes up, strikes one, and then taken out.
Shaquille puts bullets into that player, but his teammate Rezi will be there to trade, and we've had a lead change in this one. The kinetic armor is still available for Shaquille as well, so if anybody does push him inside this next hill, I don't expect to see him use it in this one. He should be able to get the scrap time. Oh my, he snapped on Raven then. But like I said, talking about scrap time, it will be Soviet that get it. They don't really mind though, they've rotated already. Crap at Black Ops 3, you can see, positioning themselves up, watching all the lanes of sights. Temps pushed up towards construction, waiting for one player to push through. Will have the front control for now, but no, he lets one player slip through. That was Soviet. He's going to eventually be able to push through. The kinetic armor comes in from Shaquille, and that's another two-piece. And how many times have we seen that so far in this game?
The Diesel comes through, picks up two, has one more to the right. Won't be able to connect. That puts the pressure inside of Cages on Temps. Cleans that one up using every angle possible to make sure that one goes in their favor. Looks like Shaquille's going to try and get a little bit of risky on the wall run. Has the teammate support here. Player caught high in the sky. Oh my god. Aethusa comes through. Cleans up too, but they still don't have control of the hill. Raven tries to secure it. Finally, Soviet tries to come through and secure it. Won't be able to do it. Finally, Aethusa comes through. You're fighting for scrap time here. You're going to be able to pick up 10. Crap at Black Ops 3 have caught fire going over into the Palace Hill. There are two already set up. And looks like Tips is going to be able to pick up one. The other one falling as well. Early time going in their favor.
Last time we went to Palace Hill, it was that proxy page team that had the rotation first, and they held some good time as well. It was about 30 to 40 seconds on this hill, but this time, they're lit, like you said, it's been lit, that fire in the hearts of Crap at Black Ops 3, and they're bringing their way back into this one. They're spawning the players on both sides of it. Chemps is weak, but he's still trying to try and stay alive as close quarters as possible. Billy's inside, the heat wave comes through, kind of wasted. Billy will get taken down by Soviet's HC car there. Shaquille's still inside though as he tries to turn and take down Sylvester, who finds a lovely two-piece to break through, but it's just trading back and forth so far. Paradox, both of these two teams dropping. There's a HC car running around inside the hill as well. Finally though, Proxy Page are going to break through. They're going to spawn those players out from Crap at Black Ops 3 to try and get the rotation for the next hill as well.
See, looking at that play for Proxy Page, one thing that really goes in their favor is that they force the spawns for Crap at Black Ops 3 all the way towards that green side. That forces him to rotate so far around the map that it secures them a good chunk of time. The only thing is, when it comes pound for pound inside of the hill, they just were not able to contest inside. Proxy Page will have the favorable spawns going into the green hardpoint, but look, they're losing out on the early time once again. It all comes towards the break, which it seems like they might not be able to do. Jay Rezi comes through, picks up two, shuts the door, and although his teammates aren't here, how many times have we said Crap at Black Ops 3 can make these hero plays? These impact engagements seem to go in their favor with ease, and when their teammates get here, you're dealing with a completely different team. Just like the way Timps has been able to play his life inside, and as soon as he goes down, his teammate is right there to back it up. But with a team like Proxy Page that have worked their way all the way to the finals, when you have the favorable spawns, you have all of these opportunities to break the hill. They're finally able to make it through, but the opposers only need 5 seconds to close the door for map 1.
And those 5 seconds, they're going to look to get on the next hill because they've all rotated, and Billy's just making it even harder for their team to push. The cameras available for Thames. They're trying to flood through that side door, but it's being watched by every player on Crap at Black Ops 3, and the cameras pop, but it doesn't even matter because Shaquille will be in your final kill cam with another two-piece in this game. Close between these two teams, you have to say, Paradox. 250 to 198. Proxy Page looked like they were going to cause an upset, be the first team to beat Crap at Black Ops 3, and really, take this series and make it interesting, if anything. But no, Crap at Black Ops 3, they just turned up towards the end, and it was Shaquille once again, that player that we mentioned, who had retired at the end of Black Ops 3, didn't play throughout the entirety of IW, and has come back for this tournament tonight, and he's turned up once again, Paradox.
Shaquille's really been an impact player throughout all the series we've seen this team play. Not only the way Shaquille's been able to play inside of the hardpoint, but when that pressure needs to be applied, Shaquille is there to deal with it, and is really able to come up with these huge 2 and 3 impact kills in a row that sometimes establish establish control inside the hard point, sometimes give that little bit of a buffer when they need that little bit of a push, or then securing spawns as well. Shaquille's been an absolute animal in hard point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's kind of the submachine gun to Billy's AR, I guess you could say. Those two really working together fantastically to just break the hill and then hold the hill. And that's one thing in hardpoint that we've seen this team do quite a lot. And I think that's why we've seen them yet to lose a hardpoint while we've been streaming them, because, okay, there's not like every time that they have the rotation. There was a few times in that game where the rotation did go in favor of Proxy Page, but when it happened and they rotated first, they were so easy to break. You know, the slaying power came in from Shaquille. He slides through, finds a couple of kills. Temps is there with the M8 as well to just assist. Great teamwork from all four of them, and they're able to break the hill really, really quickly and end up closing out that first hard point. But like you said, it's Search and Destroy next, and we've just seen this Crapper Black Ops 3 team play Search and Destroy, and they looked quite strong. But I think there's still a few gaps in their play style. I mean, especially from what we saw, it did look like they were a little bit shaky, and sometimes, well, actually, most of the time, Paradox, they were first-blooded and somehow still managed to win the round. I think we do see J Rezi maybe use that sniper we saw him use against Samo's team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though. I feel like the other thing to take into consideration with this one is, you know, this Soviets team's been playing best of threes. How many times have they gone to that Search and Destroy? They may have closed a lot of teams out 2-0 and never yet had the chance to play Search and Destroy, like we have seen that, you know, this Shaquille's team and Thames team do. So I don't know which way it's going to go. I think you've got to go with the momentum, though. I think you're carrying on from that hard point, and they've already looked strong in Search and Destroy that they could take this one to 2-0. But I think this Proxy Page team, we're still yet to see what they can do in Search and Destroy.
Well, we're going to have to see right after this. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 is going to be right here. You have probably enough time to go get a quick drink from the kitchen if it's not too far away, because game number 2 is coming up hot, fast, and in a hurry. Don't go anywhere.
No, just don't let it go. I started the fight, but now I'm losing. So will I fall again? I'm scared of fights, yet it was me who ran away. Oh, I can.
Hey everybody, what's going on? You're in game 2 here of the final for this week's Talk Show Tournament Tuesday, powered by the Esports Hub Talk Show. Paradox and Campbell on the mic once again.
Thank you.
Now we get to look at Redwood Search and Destroy. The first time we've been able to see a Search and Destroy on Redwood throughout the entirety of this tournament, and the second Search and Destroy we've seen overall.
Well, one of the interesting things here to pay attention to just before we get underway with this one is while the whole hype of what Billy was doing in that first hard point that we saw, I went on his profile and had a look at a few of his video clips, and one of them was from Redwood Search and Destroy, and he pre-fired with a PO6 through 6 walls to take the player off a
6?
bomb site.
Wait, 6? Like,
Yes. 6 solid objects, I should say.
Like if you take JCap's rings, Karma's rings, and then add TP and replays. 6.
6 or 5, yeah, through objects with the PO6 FMJ, straight
What
through
in
them
the
all and took a
world?
player who was planting the bomb off the bomb.
That's
On this map.
nasty. That's just straight up nasty.
Complete predictions from Billy, and he found the kill on this clip as well, and it's crazy to see. Maybe we see it again happen in this one, I'm not too sure, but we're getting underway and the specialist draft has begun now. Paradox, for anybody that is new to this and for some strange reason does not understand Black Ops 3, let's talk about Redwood and break it down for them.
All right, Redwood, if the only thing you've seen is Maven's clip where it's like Nagafin with the routes, it really comes down to a lot of plays over by the B side, which ironically is the opposite side of the map that you would have seen if you watched that clip. What ends up happening here is for your offense, a lot of the pushes are oriented towards that bridge side. So you push over by the bridge, you try to move over towards research, you either try and split, go through the middle of the map, try and open things up, going from top to bottom, or you can get into a little bit of a skirmish around the site itself, secure it, and then force the defense to go on a retake. On the opposite side, it really comes down to a lot of long-range engagements if you go over to play the tree line.
So many things to pay attention to as well. You got that wall run underneath all those trees as well, Paradox, over near that site. How many times can you just go underneath, wrap all the way around the enemy, and come straight up from behind them? Then you've got to think as well of the tree pushes through the middle of the map. What I mean is like the players that will go up high on the tree and use them as kind of boosters to get to the enemy side of the map before they even realize what's going on. And then there's loads of little spots on this map. You got to think of that tree as well towards the back of the bomb site where players on defense can go up and jump across to kill you off the bomb site. So many little things to pay attention to before we kick this one off. Not normally seeing many snipers come out in this one. Normally people like to play aggressively with the submachine guns and the ARs and really try and get map control straight off the bat. But we have seen snipers on this map before, so we could see those coming out as well. But the game is beginning in this one. It's map number 2 of our grand finals here in the Black Ops 3 4v4 variant, hosted and sponsored by the Esports Hub Talk Show. I am excited to kick this one off. I'm going to ask you the most difficult question, though, Paradox. It's time for predictions. Do you see Kappa Black Ops 3 carry that momentum through and take us 2-0 in the series, or is Proxy Page bouncing back?
I'm not sure right now, honestly, because that first game really back and forth until the latter stages. But right now, I'm going to say if I have to make a prediction right now, I'm saying, let's see, I'm going to look at their classes first. They're also going to be on the attack. I'm going to say crap at Black Ops 3. I'm going to say 6-3, and they go up 2-0.
Okay, then. I think Overkill was banned in the Ban and Protect, by the way.
Looks like
so we're not going to see anyone coming out with it. If anyone does come out with a sniper, they're not allowed to have a primary weapon with it as well. But I want to go on board with that crap at Black Ops 3 team and see what they can do, as it's going to be their first offensive push. And like you said, this is one push that you expect to see quite a lot over towards that bridge area, pushing towards down that B. Expect to see a player as well from Proxy Page play quite aggressive. And Sylvester's actually gone for the sniper with the Verix 3 sight. Will he find the first pick? No, Shaquille has found it instead. Sylvester's still trying to find some picks. He's fired all the shots. But while that's all been going down, Shaquille did opt to go for the plant, and he has put it down as well. Nades are coming out, though. Shaquille just going to head glitch this, and how many teams have we seen head glitch that little bomb site and cause so many problems for the enemy team? Shaquille does decide to back up with his life as 2 of his teammates drop.
This is the thing about Redwood. It can be so much about the retake. Shaquille gets in a couple of shots and somehow decides to actually go and not engage the rest of the way. I don't know what happened there. Billy, not aware that there was a player coming up on the left-hand side, gets taken out. And just like that, Proxy Page will go up 1-0 here in game number 2.
Raven finds himself 3 kills as well, and that's actually going to get him a HCXD straight off the bat going into this one. Proxy Page coming out really hard and clean in this one, trying to maybe force us to have the series tied up. They don't want to give this second map up to Crapper Black Ops 3 because really, we're going into uplink after that, Paradox, and we have not. Crapper Black Ops 3 are definitely not Crapper Black Ops 3 when it comes to uplink. They are a dominant uplink team, so Proxy Page want to win this Search and Destroy if anything, and like I said, pay attention to that HCXD car that has already been awarded for Raven. Does he opt to use it possibly in this one? But like we say, side switch, an offensive time now for Proxy Page, but it looks like it's going to be an aggressive push out on towards mid-map for Shaquille, who is in a great position for getting intel. There's actually a player just above him as well. That is going to be so Soviet. He will not know that Shaquille is just below him here.
I don't think Shaquille knows this player's up here. Looks like he was able to spot one. That's going to give him the free reign to move inside. Shaquille picks up one, picks up both as well. There's your first 2 going down in favor of Crap at Black Ops 3. Meanwhile, Raven gets caught inside. That's a 2-man win in that round. Temps and Shaquille putting it down.
And that's what I expect to see really from this crap at Black Ops 3 roster. I expect to see them play aggressive and play in like a lot of aggressive areas and kind of force this enemy team out, especially when you've got a player like Sylvester and Proxy Page who's sniping. If you can just apply pressure to him before he gets in a position to kind of get the first blood for his team, that could be so important. So expect to see Shaquille a lot of the time on offense and defense play aggressive, kind of push out the enemy base and kind of pin them back, because it just gives his team so much space and so much time to move where they want to. Big aggressive push though, once again coming down that B bomb site, and is actually going to get stacked this time by, I think it was a Thusa, it was, and he does drop to Shaquille once again though. Sylvester still trying to snipe, not going to find a kill, and he drops once again. Shaquille, this is what I'm talking about. He didn't opt to put the bomb down straight away. He actually pushed out that player towards the top, and Rezi then pushes in and finds him. It's all down to Soviet though, and will he go for the tree jump? Doesn't matter because the bomb's already down. It's a 1 versus 3.
Let's see what Soviet does in this situation. One player just up top, but of course a lot of these players using dead silence here. Gets caught around the corner, doesn't have enough time to react fast to that one. Crap at Black Ops 3, up 2-1. Let's take a look at this again. Really smart play from Tim's here to hug the wall. You force the other player, if they're not already pre-aiming when they're coming around the corner, they have to do a quick swipe to get over to your position, and sometimes that is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Of course, that's what we always talk about, like the reaction time and everything.
And the other thing as well is the fact that Thames didn't play for the kill. He his teammate dropped towards the back. He didn't try to play aggressively or make a hero play or try to force that player out and force the 1v1. He just waited for the player to come to him. The player has to defuse the bomb, so no need for him to be aggressive. But it looks like they've got it wrong this time. Crap at Black Ops 3 full stack that B bomb site, and it is the A1 for the first time going to be pushed. It's Sylvester all the way. He will get the easy plan down here, and you can see that everybody on Proxy Page now beginning to set up and watch their lines of sight. The one player I'm paying attention to is a Thusa though. He's going to be watching the flank. Actually, it doesn't matter because it will be a 4 stack from the opposite side. Really, Sylvester's your big player here. Needs to stay alive on the bomb. He's trying to snake it. Thames finds him. He's traded though. One player will push out. That's Shaquille, and oh my, with a VMP from there. He takes him down. Soviet drops. He had an M8 as well. Raven finds the kill. He's dropped. He's dropped to Billy with the P60, and a Thusa can watch the bomb defuse. He needs to peek it though. He needs to peek it soon because it's being defused. Great play from him, and it's now all down to Jay Rezi. He knows he's got to force this out, but there's not a lot of time left, and Thusa will just play slow. He knows he doesn't have to peek. Looks like they'll play for the kill instead, and that's going to go through. And fantastic plays from Thusa. Great 1v2.
Yeah, that's really smart heads-up play. You don't have to immediately go for any sort of challenge. Play the clock there. That was the smartest decision to make in that one. Looking at that though, I was surprised. I was like, wait a second, do I hear a PO6? And yeah, actually, funniest thing, Billy brings out the PO6 and throws an ELO sight on that one. So of course thermal was banned and we want some sort of sight, and that ELO looked like it worked pretty well there for Billy.
Yeah, we've seen it before. We don't normally see that sight on it. I wonder if he's going to go with it again. Oh no, he has actually put it away this time, so it looks like it's more of a defensive play if he use that one. Sylvester though finally has actually opted to put the sniper away, but it looks like there's a push coming through, and that is Raven. He got overdrive immediately from the first 4 kills he picked up in the first round, and he's already been able to get behind them. I think they knew this though. They definitely saw him overdriving. Oh, it's going to be oh, Rezi saves him. Literally saves Thames' life completely there. Shaquille once again kind of calling this place his home now. He's back here planting the bomb on B. And Sylvester needs to wait for this player to peek, and he's going to rush, and somehow Shaquille just does that every single time, wins the gun engagement. Thames comes up top, and it's another 1v4.
Poor Soviet, left again all the way in the back. Won't be up for long. There's your 3-2. Now, what did I said 6-3, right over towards Crap at Black Ops 3. I don't know. Like, this seems like that same search and destroy we saw them play last time for Crap at Black Ops 3, because what they've done is, once again, they're trading rounds left and right, but that is a pivotal round, because not only did they time out that overdrive push, they have been reacting accordingly to every situation here in the search and destroy. This is a better one, I would say, arguably, than that last one that we saw them play on Stronghold.
A few things to pay attention to as well. Sylvester's still yet to find a kill. I know he's tried the sniper, he's tried the M8, now he's going with the Kuda, and it's another A push, but this time it was a little bit slower, so they haven't been able to get complete control of it. Raven, though, somehow will clean the kill up on Rezi. One player is flanking, and it's Shaquille. He's always in that pocket of space to just cause problems for you. But here comes Thames, playing for a little bit of intel with the HC car. Spots 2. Knows they're still going towards A. One's hitting the wall, and no, here comes the HC car. It's going to find you, not going to kill you, though. You're going to survive from that one, and Billy's got that gun out once again. He's got the P60 Elo sight.
Let's take a look at this. Temps is going to be the next one to engage. Aethusa is on the site itself. On the wall. There you go. Your aerial engagement comes through. Now 1v1. Billy versus Soviet. Soviet caught on the wall. Billy had a free kill there, but wasn't able to spot him fast enough. Now Billy's going to be forced to pull out. The RK5 spots him right in close range. Oh my God, no one has won this one just yet. And now, look at this. Soviet has the VMP. Doesn't know Billy's still inside. Thought he went out. Billy sneaks around. There you go. Gets the bomb and won't be able to do it. Had his entire body except for his head behind cover. And look at this once again. Soviet comes in. That's the power of the splice camo right there. Oh my God. Absolutely one shot.
Absolutely perfect timing between those two as well. Literally, as he ran around the corner, Soviet spots his little legs running away, and he's able to find the kill and tie this one back up again, 3-3. Specialists are coming through, though. Let's pay attention to them. You got Glitch from Billy. You got Camo from Temps there. Looks like Soviet, the only player really with a specialist. That's going to be Camo as well. It's an A push coming in, and Soviet and his teammates of, Aethusa are going to be waiting for it, and here it comes. One player up towards the top. Temps hits the shots. Soviet here as well. Fires the shots, reveals his position, and he's stuck in a difficult place. He pops the camo. Temps finds him. Wasted specialist, you could say. And Sylvester has a sniper out as well. This is not looking good for Proxy Page.
Great play there from Shaquille. What he's able to do is put most of the shots into that camo player before he's finished off. Shaquille using the vertical space. Almost going off of the map. What in the world, Shaquille? Making everything count there. 4-3. Crap at Black Ops 3. Let's look at this one more time. The VMP from long range. Thought he was going to fall off the map or lose the gunfight. No. Clicks in right there at the end. Picks it up and then beats his death in here on California's Redwood.
I don't want to say it, but the Esports Hub may be welcoming Sylvester to the agency if he is yet to find himself a kill. Very, very difficult for a team to win in Search and Destroy when there's a player that just cannot find themselves, find their game. I know he's tried everything so far. Maybe he could get this first kill here, but no, Shaquille. Oh, 10-3. All 10-3 of him and Temps. The absolute duo through Black Ops 3. Shaquille finds Soviet as well. It will be Resi that falls off the map, but don't worry. When it's Temps and Shaquille as the last two, there's every possibility they're clutching, and they do find another kill. Temps is chasing one as well. He knows he's gone towards the bottom of the lake. I think he did anyway. He may have actually lost him. Raven, you're in a 1 versus 2 against the two best players on the enemy team. Can you clutch up? Are they going to be one round away from taking us 2-0 in the series?
Field backs up. Temps is just going to play this one slow. Raven does have an HCXD. In this situation, there's 40 seconds remaining. Shaquille looks like pre-aiming over on top of the bomb. Of course, the bomb was dropped. Looks like this might be a free kill for Raven. As soon as those shots come in, the pinch going to start to come in. Tim's coming up behind. Shaquille in front. Shaquille has to go for the fight. Won't be able to pick it up. Has backed up. Tim's is here. 20 seconds laying down. Playing this one patiently. Raven's able to slip out.
Now is he going to think he's going for the bomb plan? Temps thinks he's running towards A for that bomb plan. Realizes he's not there, though, by doing the jump peek. Is he going to begin to push, though? He's going to be over towards that bridge side, and Raven snapped. I thought maybe he could have actually clutched that, but no. Temps manages to get away with his life and will pick up the final kill here in your kill cam. You can see just waiting for that player to rotate over towards A. Temps knew the player had nowhere else to go but A. Temps is 11-3, and Shaquille is 12-4, Power Dogs.
What are we seeing? The dynamic duo coming in here to play in Search and Destroy. And right now, look at this. They have so much utility in the back pocket. This should be them closing it out here. You have a dart, you have an HCXD, kinetic armor, active camo, and glitch. And they're going to get frisky here in the middle of the map. J-Rezi picks up the first blood around the B site. Tense is moving in, uses the camo to secure another bomb now being planted.
Wait, is one of them going for Ninja? I thought Raven was trying to go for the Ninja, but he didn't end up actually killing Temps rather than go for the Ninja Defuse. And there's so many things. Sylvester. Oh no.
6-3.
0-9. 0-9, no.
I called it. Not the 0-9. Unfortunate from Sylvester. But there it is. The 6-3. I don't know how. I don't know how, but there it is.
24-8 from Temps and Shaquille combined.
What?
Shaquille had more bomb plants than 2 players got kills on Proxy Page.
Oh.
Dominance.
That's
Absolute dominance.
That's not fun to be in that situation if you're a player. That's really not fun. There's the 6-3, of course, in the Search and Destroy. This is a best-of-5 series. So, Proxy Page are not out of it just yet. Jack, run the people down. What are we going to for Game 3?
Well, we're going to Uplink, a game mode which we've seen this team, Crapper Black Ops 3, dominate throughout this entire tournament, and it's on a map as well where they clutched up massively, and it's evac. Evac Uplink will be our game number 3. We saw Billy go off on this map in the hardpoint. He absolutely destroyed. But now it's a different game mode. It will be Uplink that we're going to be going into. But like I said, though, and you can agree with me here, Paradox, this has been dominated throughout this entire tournament by Crapper Black Ops 3. They've been very, very good at this specific game mode, and they're 2-0 up in the series. You've got to think, if momentum wasn't enough for them to win the Search and Destroy, momentum is 100% enough for them to take this Game 3.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And looking at how this team has been able to play so far, it's kind of odd. They looked a little bit hot and cold in that last uplink. I think we might be able to whittle that one down to them not being on the favored side towards the end of it, but either way, they shouldn't have let the amount of points that they did affect them in that second half. So looking at this one, really, we have to see if they're able to set the pace early on, right? It's something that they did beautifully in this Search and Destroy. They need to be able to transfer that one over to Game 3.
Yeah, definitely. And there's every possibility they can bring themselves back into this one. You know, there's a way that this Proxy Pace team could bring it back, but then you've got to take into consideration, Paradox, even if they do somehow win this uplink, we're then going into Stronghold Hardpoint, and Hardpoint hasn't been lost by Crapper Black Ops 3 yet. They haven't lost a Hardpoint. So it's just stacked. It's completely stacked against you if you're a fan or a player from Proxy Page, but it's possible. You've got to start clutching up now. Can they bring their way back into this one? That is the question. Guys, we're going to go to a very, very quick advertisement break, but when we do return, we will have our game number 3 and possibly the last one of our Black Ops 3 4v4 variant.
Suck the life right out of my veins when you spoke.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Esports Tour Black Ops 3 4v4 variant. We're back for game number 3. And before I do any more introduction, I just want to pay attention to one thing that happened. I think you spotted it as well in this ban of attack, the VMP ban coming in. Kind of looks like they're trying to shut down that Crapper Black Ops 3 team, because really we were kind of having a discussion about this before we kicked this game off, Paradox, about the aggression, about how fast-paced that they are. Taking away their VMP, they're not going to be happy with that one.
I mean, hey, it looks like Shaquille got into their minds a little bit, and that VMP's gonna really sort of set the tone a little bit for this game. It looks like the subs might have to slow things down. You pulled out something like Akuda. You might be able to just go straight up, pull out the HVK, right? We talked about that being sort of an AR SMG hybrid, sort of kind of how we see the K-Bar a little bit in Infinite Warfare, with the HVK sort of being the opposite side of that. You think the K-Bar is more oriented to your AR, the HVK a little bit more oriented and akin to the submachine guns here. But looking at this so far, I mean, the Vesper's still an option. And we
It got
saw
banned.
that pulled out earlier. Oh,
It
yeah,
just
right
got
at the
banned
end.
towards the end.
See? So there.
There's the Kudas or the HVKs. It might have to be.
I mean, you can always bring out the Weevil. Hey, free
the
the
Pharaoh.
Weevil, man.
The Pharaoh.
Yeah, the Pharaoh. Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about that. Now that used to be a
That's
dominant
nasty.
sub-weapon.
Throw a long barrel on that? Yo.
Maybe we see the Pharaoh. Maybe we see the Pharaoh coming out. But the specialist draft has begun between these two teams. And like I said, when we kick this one off, it is map number 3. If you have just joined us, Crap at Black Ops 3 are leading this one 2-0 so far in this one. They are going to close this one out here. Then they will be advanced and winners of the whole tournament. The Black Ops 3 variant tournament sponsored by the Esports Hub Talkshow. But can Proxy Page bounce back? Now that is the question, Paradox, and it's a little bit open for discussion between us two here before we get this one underway while the classes are being created. Now, for me, and I kind of guess for you as well, because we've been speaking about this, that, you know, Crap at Black Ops 3, they've been dominating Uplink throughout the entire tournament. Really not look like a team that's going to lose an Uplink. I mean, their respawn game mode in general has been incredible. The only Uplink really we saw them lose was against Samu's team, that, you know, McMahon Lovolav or Lakalov or whatever it was. I can't remember their team name. McMahon Lakalov, that's the one. That's the only uplink we saw them lose, and really, like, you could see how hard McMahon Lakalov had to go to win that one. It wasn't an easy win for them. So, I don't know. I guess the kind of discussion really is: do you see Proxy Page bouncing back in this one?
I don't know. They can, because one thing that helps them in this one, we see 2 bands that we normally see in the Band and Protect, and this is what sort of made things interesting back when Black Ops 3 was in the competitive rotation for the game. We get to see Overdrive come in, which was something that was always banned pretty much in Uplink. It was a meta thing. You just get rid of Overdrive. But then when we talk about evac as a map, you spoke about it before, the low wall runs that a lot of these players can take. I think Afterburner made it into this one as well. So with those 2 things on the board, and you still have your active camo, you still have your kinetic armor, and you still have your heat wave, the power 3 of Black Ops 3, this one is one that Proxy Page can take away from the other side, but it also comes down to see how Billy plays with that Tempest. I mean, this is a team that really can come through and lock this game down on their own, but it comes down in part to that specialist usage.
Yeah, and it's interesting as well because I know that you can get that overdrive quite quickly as well. There's a lot of points you can put on the board, especially when you overdrive on those low wall runs like you were talking about as well. I mean, how fast you can move from one side of the map to the other. And think about it as well, like, those low wall runs could be used for bleeding the clock. Like, a lot of teams as well, if they're up in the lead, they just hit the low wall run and kind of just hang around that area for as much time as they possibly can. They could bleed that clock a lot and really try and, you know, take that time all the way down until they end up winning the game. So a lot can come in on evac, but then we've got to really pay attention to the fact that it's so close quarter Paradox here. And, you know, those gunfights with the submachine guns are going to be the most impactful thing, I think, for me, especially inside glass where the drone spawns. You know, those back and forth gun engagements, and even the AR players, if they're going to get towards that top glass area and try and basically pre-aim the enemy spawn, just forcing those players back. I mean, how many times as well have we seen teams dominate on this map by controlling AC? Like, players just sat up on AC, like, overextended, and they're pushed into the enemy base and they're sat on AC just picking up kill after kill after kill, and the drone just keeps getting passed through to them and they're putting points on the board. There are so many ways that you can dominate in this map, but it looks like so far Kudas are going to be the one. So 3 Kudas and the M8 from Proxy Page. However, there is the Pharaoh, and it's in the hands of Billy Busted.
Oh my god, look at the perfect slide from Billy right off of the start as well. Gonna put a lot of pressure here down in the middle of the map. Game 3 of your final now officially underway. First drone touch coming over from Proxy Page. And remember, towards the end of Black Ops 3, this was a bit of the strategy coming from that side. Not pushing all the way through glass, but rotating that drone all the way over towards kitchen. But here's where that ends up being a bit dangerous. The other team can punish that one so easily. Unfortunately, but lucky for Proxy Page, the drone pass ends up failing and falling off of the map.
Shaquille tried to pass the ball up to Billy and it hit off the wall and ended up bouncing off. However, Temps is going to go for that 1 point that we see all the time, and it sinks. And we were talking about the last time we saw these play uplink, it was those 1 point throws that were missed a lot in that game. Not this time. They're converting as many as they possibly can.
Look at this. Raven and company, once again, going to go for the wrap around. They need to be able to cut off the middle of the map. Athusa did a good job at picking up 2. Sylvester going to be the next one forward as long as Soviet. opening up kitchen. There's one. The second one should follow soon. We have a body block. Oh my god, a body block on the ledge. Almost sends the drone cascading off of the map, but it looks like they might be able to get one. There you go. Raven picks up the beat down. The wall run is clear. The only person that can do anything is Reezy, and won't be able to get there fast enough. That's 2 on the board for Proxy Page.
So Soviet's got himself in a good position at helipad, but he will end up getting killed. The HC car comes through though. That finds Thames. The only player left alive really in the enemy base for this Crapper Black Ops 3 team, I think, was Shaquille and J-Rezi, but they're finally going to be able to push out of their base and look to try and get some drone control once again here. Shaquille pushing out towards that mid-map area. Ops to rotate back, though, is the one player has been called out towards that top glass area, and then comes the HC car. Temps has actually come away with the drone, though, and we'll maybe go for that one-point play that we see a lot from underneath here. He's going to try to set it up, but he's going to get stopped by Raven on the defense.
Let's take a look at that drone spawn. I'm going to hop on board with Billy. It's most pushed up for Crapper Black Ops 3. Spots one, tries to clean up the second with the Pharaoh. Won't be able to do it. Looks like Rezi has come up behind one with that man of war here in this close quarters engagements. Won't be able to pick up one. So drone going to go over to Proxy Page. They do have active camo here in control of Raven. How in the world is Raven staying alive? There we go. The active camo comes out, tries to sneak into red, and is taken out as soon as he's going through the door.
Well, looks like the wrap might come in though. This time, Crapper Black Ops 3, they're going down the right-hand side. Can they get this game tied up at least, or even maybe take the lead? It's in the hands of Billy. The kills are being made in the base as well. There's Shaquille playing aggressive as usual, like we always expect, and he does get round the corner though. He throws the drone well wide. He is actually going to be able to get there though and put it through for a 2. Luckily, he missed that one.
Oh my, that's a situation that can be a little bit scary. There's one player that made their way all the way through laundry, and you see Billy just noticed that player. There's going to be another one in the face. Spots one, can't pick up the second just yet. The heat wave comes through. Somehow the player goes down. Shaquille sneaks through enemy lines, gets the throw off, but that one going to be short once again. Great defensive play by Proxy Page. They're able to force Temps out to use the camo. The hero play can't come through. Proxy Page able to grab the drone, and it looks like they're going to go for the wrap.
He popped the camo and literally got one bursted, taken down so quickly by Soviet. Another thing to pay attention to, that specialist we were talking about, Overdrive, it's active, it's live. Soviet could use this to put points on the board, maybe look to tie it up, could take the lead. He's getting beaten down from behind, though. He will actually have to go for the drone reset, but just as he does that, his teammates do pick up the kills in the enemy base as well. So unfortunately for him, the drone is not in a position where they can now put points on the board. Raven's here, they're trying to make sure these players don't get anywhere near the drone with that HCXD. Pops it, will take down Shaquille, but the drone's still running. There he is, Raven, close quarters though to find the kill, and now he can look to extend down this right hand side. The player towards the middle of the map though, I think that maybe Sylvester needs to stay alive as be this lead blocker as much as he can.
Sylvester going towards the big doors, won't be able to make it all the way through. That choke point gonna be a little too strong. That forces Raven to play a little bit of hide and seek here. This is a possible toss up and all the way through the open area. Won't be able to connect with it though. The shot goes a little bit wide. Shaquille grabs that one, and it looks like they're going to make this into an offensive opportunity.
Close to kinetic armor as well for Shaquille as he's going to push through. His teammates watching that mid-map cut, making sure nobody comes up from behind him. This should be the one-point throw coming through over again, but no. He's going to go for that low wall run towards the left-hand side. He's going to go up for the one, and it goes.
How is
Shaquille
alive?
sinks the points, and they're up by 2. I don't know how he's alive. I wish I could tell you, Paradox, but the things we've done seen him do throughout this entire tournament, I'm not even surprised.
Oh, Temps almost was able to make another play here towards the end. Rezi might be able to sneak away with it, but no. Proxy Page sneaks in, grabs the drone, and is able to take it off of the map. 4-2, gonna be your score going into the half.
You were speaking about it, Paradox, how this one can get closed out here, and this team Crapper Black Ops 3 can kind of think they may need a name change if they are able to win this tournament, because from what we've seen, they are definitely not crap at Black Ops 3. Shaquille, once again, being an impact player. And I think one thing from this roster that we've seen, whether it's a pickup roster or not, is that there's so many different moments where you can have individual players go off. They've got the possibility, you know, we've seen Billy go off in that first halfway, and then we've seen Shaquille go off in the search and destroy alongside the teammate Thames. This time, Rezi's being a big impact player. So this is why it's so hard for these enemy teams to deal with them in respawns, because you just don't know who's going to go off.
Here you go, 4 past the wrap already underway. 4 crap at Black Ops 3 on board with Temps, your drone carrier. Looks like there's one, takes a couple of shots to the back. Raven wants to clean this one up.
He's alive!
Looks like he's not here. Oh my god, Temps comes back off of the wall. It's like, hey, did you miss me? I'll slap you in the face with the satellite drone. Billy trying to go on the overextension and get a little bit of a flank taken care of will be shut down on the way. So Proxy Page getting their first offensive touch of the second half.
And the heat wave available for Aethusa as well. He could do some problems here. He's actually going to get heat waved by Jay Rezi. He will find the kill, however. The drone is still live and active, and he's still Aethusa growing big, and he does find himself a two-piece there. Still trying to put bullets down on the enemy team, but they're actually going to be able to get the drone reset. No, Aethusa should come in here with the heat wave. If anything, needs to go for the drone. Will slide back. Actually going to get away without even having to use that heat wave. Will pop it eventually for the cleanup kills, and they're actually going to tie this game up, and that is streaks for Aethusa as well. What a play from him. He's on a 7 streak. He's 21-9, and this is even more points. The lead has finally changed.
Oh, here we go. That spawn trap is coming in. Aethusa almost picks up another, but Billy finally able to get some sort of break for Team Crap at Black Ops 3. Does have the Tempest to work with as well. We still haven't seen the overdrive used in this game. Billy makes a great play to try and stop the drone progression, but Proxy Page coming through strong once again, and maybe this seems like an unfortunate reoccurring trend for Crap at Black Ops 3. Their second half uplink, the side that they were supposed to do well on, the favorite side, really is one that they seem weak on. We've seen teams, as soon as that second half comes in and they have that advantage, they're starting to put points on in a fast.
It's been a really good start as well to the second half by Aethusa, and once again the drone is back in his hands as he's going to put even more points on that board, and they're starting to really solidify this spot going to game 4, because Crap at Black Ops 3 are now down by 6 points. That's 3 possessions. Billy's trying to change it up. He's pushing through. He will find another player behind the dumpster. We'll be able to find him, but there comes the lightning strike here. It doesn't even matter because Raven's found the kill. Aethusa will find Temps with the drone as he drops as well. 2 minutes 35 remaining. There's still mathematically possible and enough time for this Crap at Black Ops 3 team to bring it back. But the way Aethusa's slaying right now, it looks like there's no chance in hell they're doing that.
Sylvester sneaks through, does have kinetic armor available, won't even use it. As Temps and company able to grab and solidify control of the satellite drone. Gonna play their lives here. How in the world is Temps doing this? Almost able to get through Z completely. So it's gonna be all up to Rezi, who somehow doesn't notice that that's Soviet walking right in front, who now has control of that satellite drone. Over on field side, the teammate push is coming through. Sylvester ends up dropping, can go for the long toss, won't have enough time to do it.
Well, this could be the chance where they bring this one back. Can they get these points on the board? It's Temps with camo. Lead blockers pushing up as well. One player coming from behind, but Temps is going to pop the camo, go for it straight through, all the way through, and that's going to be 10-6. A minute and 42 remain. Can the spawn trap be set up though? No. Aethusa once again finds another 3 kills. He's pushing up. He has heat wave as well. The Tempest is out though. Will the Tempest find anybody? Not when the heat wave comes through. Billy drops. Aethusa's still going. It's going to be taking the drones, thrown out by Shaquille. Shaquille's trying to force it through this mid-map area, and he's going to have to turn around and find some kills first.
Shaquille goes down. Temps is trying to clean up here in the middle of the map. Sylvester grabbed the drone, just threw it into the enemy base. That's going to leave Temps to try and get a lot of the grunt work done for his team. Was pushing all the way up forward. Rezi has control of the satellite drone, but Temps needs to keep up the slang right now if they want to get these points. There's a wall between his teammate and him in the base, and unfortunately that wall's going to catch up with them fast. That's going to be another turnover.
Aethusa is 31 and 15 in this game, but it's Billy who's found the important kill. Sylvester will trade it. He's trying to slide out, juking, dipping, dodging, diving. Temps finds the kill. They need points on the board now if they're going to bring it back, and it looks like they could as well because the 2 lead blockers are pushing through. It's Rezi and Shaquille. Shaquille's nose down. Rezi goes down as well. Rezi gets the biggest kill. Will he go through? Oh no, he will not get it through. They'll get the drone out, and what a HC car and play by Raven that was.
Oh, that's such a great play from Raven, and you see Proxy Page just gonna go all the way to the bottom of the map and bleed out the clock. Jack, we're gonna see a game number 4. Crap at Black Ops 3 need to step up in another hard point to secure their victory today.
I keep saying that Crap at Black Ops 3 are going to be the uplink team to watch out for, but then they go and lose both the ones on stream, so not really looking good really in terms of predictions with that one. But like you said, Proxy Page are going to take the respawn game mode uplink off this Crap at Black Ops 3. And you could kind of say, okay, uplink is one of those team game modes where you really need like great team chemistry, and these are probably both pickup rosters coming into a throwback tourney, but great performance. You can't take anything away from Proxy Page and some of the players that they made as well to bring their way back into this one. Fantastic plays by them. 10-6, they win this uplink, but we're going into Hardpoint next, and this is what worries me really now. If you're Proxy Page, okay, it's great that you've managed to win that uplink game mode, but you're going into Hardpoint and you're going into Stronghold against a team that's dominated Hardpoint this entire tournament.
Oh, that's scary. We talked about this one, like how this map is really close engagements and close quarters. Stronghold, kind of the same thing, with the exception of that first hill for the most part, because of course your ARs are still going to come up and establish a lot of that control. Well, the first hill, and I believe it's the third. Yeah, the third over by Rocks. So, or no, fourth, actually. Rocks is fourth. So looking at that, I mean, really, this one can swing either way. We always see that second window come out of crap at Black Ops 3. So, with that in mind, do you think they close it out here? I mean, this is a team that really hasn't lost at Hardpoint.
Well, you got to think as well that, I know we don't really want to talk about host as being an impactful thing, but that was, that was off host for that, for Shaquille's team. So maybe the host may pay a division advantage for them going into this one, this Hardpoint game mode coming up next. I just think Stronghold as well kind of fits the play style that they play.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, it might suit them a little bit better. I mean, especially when you're going down to a hill like Bunker Hill. The interesting thing to pay attention to as well is when we go into the ban and protect, it was quite impactful taking away that VMP.
Yeah.
Will they get the chance to do it again though, or will there be a protection coming for that one? I think there may be a little bit of a fight go down for who can ban the VMP first.
See, that's kind of what makes me miss ban and protect, right? Because we get some of these situations where there's actually something impactful taken out of the game and a team has to adapt, and they might not be able to do it. So now we get this question that you just posed is, will they spin one of their spots on making sure they have that in this game, especially one that's as important as this, because they can close out the tournament here? Or for the other team, it's like, okay, this worked last time, do we go for it again? That sort of back and forth is really interesting to pay attention to.
And you've also got to think to yourself as well that Aethusa with the Kuda went off. Like, he's clearly good with the Kuda in his hands when he's not getting pressured by VMP players.
So do you protect the VMP or do you get rid of the Kuda?
Well, this is what I love about ban and protect is you could think to yourself, okay, if they go for the protect and the Kuda on the VMP, okay, yes, the other team can't ban it, but then they might ban the Kuda. But then there's the other thing is where do you protect the Kuda because Aethus has been so good with it, but then give up the fact that the VMP is on the other team? Anyway, let's kick it off because it's going to happen now. It's going to go down between these two in the ban and protect. Let's see what comes through first. There we go. Aethus goes through it. Now, will Temps ban the Kuda? That's the question. Will he take Aethus out the game by banning the Kuda, or will he look to do something else? Temps taking his time. No, okay, so it will be the flashbang. I'm still interested, though, to see if Crap at Black Ops 3 do end up banning the Kuda, because it could be impactful. If they give that to Aethus again, that could be big.
Looks like rapid fire, concussion gonna go out. Hi Cal, still in the running here. Interesting, because that's normally one of the first things you do see. There it is. Hi Cal finally comes through. You want to always... There's a little bit of a mind game that goes on in the ban and protect, because there are certain things that, okay, if you use...
Oh, there it is!
Then you don't want to use it elsewhere, and there we go. That Kuda ban coming in the later stages of the ban and protect.
Yeah, Jay Rezi waiting perfectly there. And I think one of the things that's great about that, by Shaquille not banning the Kuda and making it obvious that you're trying to take Aethus throughout the game, if they'd done that, maybe you could have seen Proxy Page come in and ban something like the M8. So by waiting so long and being one of the last players to kind of call that in, it leaves that Proxy Page in a situation where they don't even know what to ban, and they don't ban anything. Soviet didn't ban anything towards the end there. And Overclock was the last ban that came through from Billy. But, you got to think of some of the things that have clipped through there. I mean, did the Lethals make it through? I think they did. All lethals and all tacticals made it through.
Well,
so,
the concussion and the flash taken out. So you still have the EMPs.
So
and you
all
still
lethals made it through. Interesting how Soviet didn't ban anything there towards the end. I don't know if he's actually there or he's AFK.
Yeah, I would have gone. You take out like Frag, you take out a Simtex there towards the end, especially those will pay.
But then again, though,
coming into bunker and the second hardpoint.
But then again, though, pay attention to map number 1 in the hardpoint, how well Sylvester played with those lethals. Like, he actually cleared the hill like 3 or 4 times. So really, if you're the side of Proxy Page, you don't want to take that away from Sylvester if he's been able to be so effective with it. Maybe you see Crap at Black Ops 3 they go for the ban on that. But it was down to Soviet on Proxy Page. I think that CUDA play from Rezi where he bans the CUDA there makes that final decision for Soviet that difficult to the point where he just does not know what to ban.
And now we do get to see the power 3 on both sides for the mirror, but we get to talk about this impact because it really sort of speaks, I think, a little bit to the styles of both of these teams. Aethusa gonna pull out the heat wave there because when you have those other 3, he's the last one up. He's really strong with the submachine gun, so often you play those close quarters. With the heat wave, Billy, the last one up on the other side. We saw him get a little bit dirty inside with the purifier before, but this time, gonna have the scythe, and that's actually Raven with the purifier on the other side. But the same thing still applies, because Raven was playing in and outside the hard point in game 1. Billy, most of the time, has been oriented outside of the hill as a setup AR. So, interesting to see that from both of these players.
One of the interesting things for me, Paradox, and I don't really know if you'll have an answer to this one, but Billy's been using the Tempest throughout the entirety of the hard points. Why has he gone for the Scythe and Stronghold?
Well, what? Who pulled out the scythe? Was it Billy that pulled out the scythe earlier today? I cannot remember. I know we did see a scythe come out. Yeah.
It was Lacko.
So, I would say, honestly, that scythe comes through because of the impact that your Rocks Hill has if you can set up for that satellite control, right? It also comes through if you want to use it. It's really risky to use it inside a bunker, but you can do it. And then you think of your half wall hill and your intro courtyard. Those can come in really handy. So I feel like utility wise, it's something that you can use throughout the game to make an impact play. So maybe that's why instead of a Tempest, where I feel like you're a little bit more shoehorned and coordinated into only using that one around rocks, because that's where you might have the most cover.
Paradox, the Weevil's out, and it's in the hands of Shaquille.
Yep. All right, Shaquille, you've won my heart. You've used the Weevil. It's time. Long barrel, quick grip draw in stock. Oh, man, let's go.
Razorback out as well. Aethusa's gone for the Razorback.
Yo, the Razorback was amazing. You remember how the Razorback was so good in the beta for Black Ops 3?
The beta Razorback was the best weapon in the game. But we're kicking it off. This could possibly be the last map. Are we going to map number 5? Proxy Page are 2-1 down in the series. Shaquille finds those kills though as well with that Weevil. And it's going to actually be crap at Black Ops 3. The first team inside the hill so far. And they're racking up this hill time.
Oh, Shaquille's going off. That's 3 in a row. Gets the reload and did spot one around this half wall area. Doesn't know this player went over towards the right-hand side. And that is where Shaquille will meet his match. Now, remember, this hill was extended a little bit, I believe, in the later stages of Black Ops 3. So you get that contest spot that just to the left side of Aethusa here that now you did get to see on the right-hand side of. It makes it a little bit easier for teams to contest, and that's where we see Soviet playing over around right now. Both of these teams really vying for as much points as possible. Raven has put
Billy. Billy with the A's. He's been quiet for a little bit since kind of what we saw to start off this kind of first time we get to the chance to see him. But he's 150 from the Cerberus, and he's going to try and play for that one player going through kitchen. No, he needs to find a kill, and no, that's the second time we've seen Billy stopped 50 points from the Cerberus. Shaquille's pushed out the front, though, with the Weevil. Sylvester and Soviet with the M8s in hands, trying to get as close to Mansion as they possibly can. And it will actually be Raven who's found his way inside the hill, but there is Rezi to meet him with the Vesper. This one's been close so far. Aethusa inside this time has opted for the HVK. Put away the Razorback for now. HVK, we've been speaking about this through the entire series as being that kind of sub-AR weapon. You can use it for both situations, but Billy takes down Raven and his teammate Shaquille accidentally, but he's still trying to play inside that hill. It's back and forth trading so far, Paradox.
Both of these teams really prioritize spawn control. Look at the way, especially that last push from Proxy Page, the way they extended all the way around the map before actually putting any sort of pressure on the hill. The initial pressure was there up top, but the other 3 teammates came all the way around. And then they were able to convert there. Shaquille's going to be the front man here. It has to deal with all 4 players for Proxy Page, only able to come away with 1. Proxy Page, once again, prioritizing these spawns. Going to rotate all the way over towards Satellite before putting pressure here over by Mid-Cut and the half-wall hill.
Coming from behind is Rezi. One more player behind him. Will he get the turn on? Shaquille will be there to assist. And all those players now beginning to push through that mid-map area and spawning out towards Bunker as well, which is actually being watched, may I say, by Temps with the M8. Any player pushing down this line of sight, Temps is going to be there to take the head clean off them. And that's exactly what he's doing. The points are going on board for the team of Crapper Black Ops 3, and they're starting to build a lead, Paradox.
You just saw a little bit of why the Weevil isn't used that much. Shaquille guaranteed would have had that if there was a VMP or if he had a Kuda. Just needed a little bit more damage on that player and wasn't able to secure it with the Weevil. Timps, though, meanwhile, going off inside of the hill, 225. Separating from the Cerberus, does have 2 streaks in the back pocket and an HCXD and a dart. But look at Sylvester being a little scrappy little player here. A little sneaky beaver. Makes his way all the way towards Satellite. Won't be able to connect. Shaquille, though, my God, behind the rock, long range, picks up the headshot.
Raven trying to break through with the Vesper, not going to find it though. Ethusa with that HVK, you'll not win that gunfight against Temps when he's got an M8 and he's 25 points from the Cerberus. Will he play for this? I definitely expect him to. He has the camo to use as well if he wants to kind of guarantee a kill. He's still playing inside the hill, though. He needs 25 points. It's an assist, if anything, for the Cerberus to fall down on this map. He's going to go for the kill. Will he get it? He's made the player weak. The assist comes through, like I said. And that is going to be the Cerberus in the hands of Temps. He's on a 7 streak.
Now, for Temps, you hold this one off to the next hard point because it's so close. You can even go, we've seen players do it before. You take control of it and move it inside of the hill, and it's an absolute beast. Speaking of beasts, Sylvester comes through. It's going to be a combined 3, make it 5 streak because Ethusa just single-handedly wins the rotation battles and now has the HCXD set up inside of the new hardpoint. Going to push this one out towards the back because, of course, Crafted Black Ops 3 over here. The dart is going to try and return the favor. Who has that? We're on board with Tim's going to be your pilot. Won't be able to connect with a kill.
Ethusa still inside though, trying to stay alive. Raven's in here as well, but here comes the push. All players flying through. Shaquille was the first to go down. Raven finds a lovely kill on Temps there, but it will be Billy, 23 and 15. And this is a great place. How many times have we seen the Scythe used on that head glitch there? Not going to happen though. Shaquille comes through, breaks through with Kinetic, and he's trying to kill everybody with there.
Oh my God!
He's going to get them all, and the dynamic duo, like you said in the Search and Destroy, come through big once again.
Oh man, duo pulling this one up. Now Rezi's gonna do his best impression of Insult with the C9 camo and the MA cleaning up to close range, but it's gonna be Billy now as the new front line, gonna pick up the scrap time, and Rezi has himself occupied with 2 players in the middle of the map throughout the first rotation of hills so far here in your map number 4 of the final. Team Crap at Black Ops 3 has the lead 140 to 70.
This is kind of where you expect that Cerberus to come down. Going to cause a lot of problems. Shaquille still slaying though, pushing every pocket of space that's on the map, and he's going big with it as well. He's found 3. There's the 4th, but it's going to be Billy that cleans it up as he will eventually drop. Billy's inside the hill though, has the Scythe to use. Raven finds a lovely 2-piece. Really nobody having a great slaying game so far. Soviet, you could say, is one of the players that's really having any type of difference change in this one. But 147 to 77, and the slaying power is proven to be the problem here for this proxy page team. Shaquille with another 2-piece. And Billy Busted is going to try and stay alive inside, but it's Rezi that will be picking up the hill time.
Let's see and look at Shaquille still playing front line. Looks like that camo came out from Sylvester. Tries to turn and pick up a kill, but won't be able to do it. Look at where Crap at Black Ops 3 are spawning right now. All the way on this rock side. They're going to try and push through Mansion. J Rezi almost pushed all the way through, but they did the damage that needed to be done. Rezi now spawning up around the bunker, and with 2 seconds left on that courtyard hill, that is absolutely huge. They just need to win the engagements inside of the hill, and they have Heat Wave. There it is. It's popped. That's a guaranteed win in a gunfight. J Rezi keeps it going, picks up another. Temps just needs to stay alive here. Won't be able to do it. The back of the map has now opened up. Proxy Page did such a great job at breaking this hill before. Let's see if they can do it again.
Looks like they are. Raven, inside the hill there. Sylvester going to push out the front, but he'll get killed by Billy immediately. Raven, you're going to do everything to stay big because you're getting pinched from behind as well because both your teammates have dropped. Raven inside is going to do anything to stay alive right now. 171 to 105. They're up by 70 points. Crab and Black Ops 3 are dominating this one so far. Temps inside the hill, and I'm surprised we're still yet to see that Cerberus come out as well, Paradox. Really, I'm sure we'll see it soon, though. One player tries to come through the middle. There's Rezi. It looks like a double Weevil setup. Shaquille and Rezi both opting to use the Weevil in this one, and they're about to break the 200-point mark.
Let's see what Shaquille does. The HCXD gonna come out. Right now, though, look at Raven. Stuck behind enemy lines once again, trying to assault in the middle of the map, but won't be able to do it. It's turned on inside. Crap at Black Ops 3 gonna pass the 2-century mark. Of course, Billy has this Scythe out, able to pick up 1, tries to pick up the 2nd. That's gonna put a little bit more pressure on Shaquille with the Weevil, but Shaquille's done such a great job at playing his life and setting his teammates up for success. Just like this, there's one teammate follows it up. That is textbook bait and switch, and then Billy locking it down in in the middle of the map, sees one flying through, tries to take off the head, but the teammate is there. Billy returns with one, make it 2, make it 3. This man has picked up 4 in a row, 10, 13 in a row for Crap at Black Ops 3. This is that second win we talked about. It only took until the second rotation of Hills on Stronghold for them to absolutely bust this game. Wild.
Some insane switch gets flicked towards the end of hardpoint games for Billy. They are now just 20 points away from closing this one out, and he is 2 kills away from the 40 bomb. He dropped a 40 bomb in the first hardpoint that he went off. He's going off in this one. There's the 39th. Where's the 40, Billy? Go and find it. Make this one and solidify your team's success in winning our grand finals. They're inside the hill. Nobody from this opposite team, Proxy Page, could contest. Streaks come in, and Rezi may have just stopped him from dropping the 40. He's going to be so mad, but it does not matter because Crap at Black Ops 3 are going to close it out 250 to 107, and baby, that is the most dominating hardpoint we've had on the stream for the entire evening, and what a hardpoint to turn up in.
Oh man, let's take a look at this one from Shaquille. But as you said, right, some insane switch is just flipped right there at the end for this team, and right there they were able to ride that wave all the way to a championship. My oh my, you see they're celebrating there in the kill cam, the hotline bling, the emotes all coming out. But really looking at the success of this team, it comes down in part to their shared objective work. You have over a minute for every single player on this team. Of course, though, Shaquille led the way with almost 2 minutes.
I think throughout the entire tournament this evening, you know, Shaquille's been that type of submachine gun player that just wants to play in the enemy's face, just wants to push out the pockets of space, kind of get inside the hill, whether it's carrying the drone, whether it's planting the bomb, whether it's in the hill getting hardpoint time. He's just done everything to make and ensure that his team win the game. Fantastic performance from him. So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Shaquille, to Temps, to Jay Rezi, and Billy. They are going to be your 4 congratulated winners of our 4v4 Black Ops 3 variant. That is everything here, though, for us tonight in our Talk Show Tournament Tuesday. But remember, we're only a few days away from another chance for you guys to vote for what tournament you want to play every week. So Thursday is the Talk Show. We're going to go live at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Me and Paradox and Tony going to be breaking everything down in the Call of Duty scene. And then we will also give you guys the opportunity and the chance to vote for what game, what mode, and whether it's 2v2, 3v3, or 4v4 you would like for the following Tuesday. Guys, we can't thank you enough for joining us here in the Twitch chat and joining the stream. And once again, congratulations to, let's just say, fantastic at Black Ops 3, Jay Rezi, Temps, Shaquille, and Billy Busted. But thank you very much, everybody. My name's Campbell. Joined alongside me has been Paradox, and that's been everything from us here at the Esports Hub. We'll see you on Thursday, though, for the Talk Show. Guys, peace out.
I see the